Vegeta, what does a scouter say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean?
Yes, Nappa. It's over.
It's over?
It's over 8,000!
What eight? Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been watching the world burn all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times at Betty. I'm your host, Cthulhu's about to come to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dank shit. On my left, returning Stitch.
They say you can live through anything if magic made it.
On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choke me about on the threes, sports Kratos.
All right, y'all. We've officially taken cancel culture too fucking far. Not viruses can do it. I'm just saying. Nonsense.
Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
My Corona.
Oh. Old Ninja is en route. He'll probably crash through like the Kool-Aid Man in just a few minutes.
He's quarantined.
Yeah.
Wait, you know,
God
quick question for you. For the Kool-Aid Man, is it the Kool-Aid inside of them that makes them Kool-Aid Man, or is it the glass?
Oh, this has been going viral.
Chicken
Ironically,
egg kind of thing.
I don't even
Yeah.
know why that's a thing. It's like, are you your blood or your skin?
I was going to. I agree that it could be.
You're the combination of both.
Yeah, I agree that it could be both. I always thought that it was the glass,
yeah.
though, but the Kool-Aid could be seen as his blood.
Because there's an episode, a commercial recently where Kool-Aid Man is. They asked the Kool-Aid Man, and they asked the Kool-Aid Man if he ever gets dizzy, and he starts spinning around in a circle, and his Kool-Aid is spilling out, and the kids are fucking like dancing in it. So it's like they're dancing in Kool-Aid's blood. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with these kids?
Damn.
And this is a commercial.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Holy shit.
You know what's funny about just talking about blood? One of the weird things about like human beings is how we came up with this whole fascination with like vampires and shit about it. How vampires drink blood and they're so evil and blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, we consume entire animals, blood included.
Yep.
And we're not even considered like evil beings at all. Like,
We suck the bone marrow.
yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Oh,
we
yes.
eat all
Bone
that
marrow's
shit.
good.
Yeah, don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Like
So,
my steak rare.
Yeah, you gotta do that fucking sous vide steak.
I
Bruh.
know. Yeah, I've been watching
Holy
you. Yeah.
shit,
I need to
it's-
get on some sous vide shit.
Yeah, if y'all didn't know, all right, listen. Sous vide is the shit. I bought this sous vide like combination kit from Amazon. It's the
Instapot one?
Yeti. No, an Instapot. It's sous vide is way different. It's basically you vacuum seal and sort of not boil, but you cook your meat or vegetables in water.
Okay.
And so what's cool about it is that you can take a steak and be like, all right, I want this steak medium rare. You already know medium rare is like 135 degrees, right? So you set that motherfucker to 135 degrees over a certain period of time, and the water will just sit there 135 degrees.
Nice.
It'll be the perfect fucking, and then you sear it afterwards just to get the sear out on the outside.
Yeah.
But it's the perfect fucking steak. It's so fucking juicy. I did it with chicken. I did it with fucking shrimp. So far, it's one of the best purchases I've ever done for anything as far as like cooking goes. Because I'm gonna do some pork belly in there. Because that takes 10 hours though. But I'm gonna do that in there. But the best thing is that you can't overcook shit.
Nice.
'Cause you set the timer and the temperature, and even if you leave it on for too long, it's just it doesn't overcook because it's at the temperature. It's
Do you have to
supposed be at.
season the water in any way?
No, because
It's
what
in
you
like a
use,
bag.
you
Oh,
vacuum
okay.
seal. So you season it like normal, and then you put it in a vacuum seal bag, and then you like. So for me, I have like a hand pump to pump everything out, but you can use like one of those meat sealers.
Yeah.
You can do that too. You stick it in the water, and it recirculates the water at a certain temperature, whatever you set it at, and your meat comes out juicy as fuck. If you have vegetables, they come out perfectly cooked. You know, it's been fantastic. It's my best purchase. It was like under like $100.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah, some of the newer Instapots, they actually do ceviche. Like, I brought my mom an Instapot,
Sous
and
vide,
it
not
had...
ceviche.
Oh,
Sous
sorry.
vide.
No, because ceviche I thought was cool.
Yeah.
And 7 years later. No, it's sous vide. Yeah, my mom's Instapot has one that I got her, but the Instapot makes one too where you actually, it's the little unit and you stick it in the water and it circulates the water.
Yeah. Like I actually bought, so you can do it, like the one I bought, you can put it in like a pot, but I bought like a plastic container, so it didn't have to be like in a pot. It's a large like plastic container
Tupperware?
with a top on it.
Nice.
So heat doesn't escape, so it like, preserves, you don't use
More
as much
energy
energy.
efficient, yeah.
Yeah, but it's been working out great so far. And with steaks, fucking 10 out of 10. This is probably the best steak I ever fucking made with that shit. And I made some shrimp with that too. I just tossed in some butter, some Old Bay, and like thyme and some other shit. and it was fucking fantastic.
Cooking recipes.
Yeah.
Grown-ups. who,
Chef
who we
Pro.
got, who we got in the chat and listener of the week before we forget?
Yeah, first in the chat would be King Arthur. What's going on?
King Arthur Supreme.
And he missed us. Well, we missed you all last week, so sorry.
yeah.
Extenuating circumstances. And the listener of the week would be Julia Hot Kenobi Holiday.
Ooh.
That's very, very long name.
Very Star Wars-esque.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
specific
Right.
too. She's hot.
She got the midichlorian.
Metachlorian count?
Yeah. We'll hopefully when Old Ninja comes in, we can handle some of the RIPs, unless you already know these.
I think
I
he's
don't know
here.
any of these people.
Okay.
I know one
Ninjas-
person. It's some old guy.
we always do this. We
They're
always
gonna,
do this.
I mean, with the coronavirus, they're gonna a lot more old people could possibly die in the coming months.
boy, oh
Way
boy.
quicker than normal. So.
Yeah, we got some stuff. Old Ninja, are you ready and capable of doing the RIPs, pouring out liquor? I know you just joining us.
Oh yeah,
We'll get bullshit. Bring up your thing if you
Yeah,
know.
okay.
We'll give you some
yeah.
time.
We got top. Y'all don't know who Max von Sydow is?
We never know who
No.
these people are. Huh?
I mean, this dude's in like 700 movies. He's in everything from like practically The Godfather to Star Wars.
You
He's in-
200 years old,
First,
though,
I'm gonna ask you
Yeah.
two questions. Was he in the leading role, and were they any movies that actually sold a bunch of money?
So he's in The Force Awakens.
Is he in the leading role?
No, he's not in a lead.
Okay.
Not in that role, no, but he has been
In
in
any
leading
role.
roles.
Is he?
Yes,
Did he have a
In
speaking part?
Yes, he has numerous
in a
speaking
movie
parts.
that made a bunch of money.
A speaking role or a leading role?
A leading role in a movie
Leading
that made
role.
a bunch of money.
I mean, you're looking at like 400 movies with this guy,
So
and
that's
he's
a
had.
no. That's a no.
That's a yes, but I don't know which one. So fuck your feelings.
Oh, is this the Scottish guy? The Scottish old guy? Is that who we're talking about?
Oh, you're talking about the dude from Game of
Game of
Thrones,
Thrones?
the Raven dude.
the old guy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
No,
not
no,
Not the
that's
ra-
not. That's
He's
not
the one that
Max
sold
von
through-
Sydow.
oh, okay.
That's a Max.
He
von-
is in
yeah.
stuff that is similar to that.
Told
Did he play the Emperor?
No,
No,
he's no,
Hakeem?
that's a different guy. He's in like.
Well,
I mean,
this guy.
you guys have seen Blade Runner. He's in that shit. He's in
The recent one?
no, the OG one. If you ever seen,
Was he the main character?
no, he's not the main character. I mean, he's
We
been-
always do this.
yeah, but I mean, he's like one of those people that you know, but he's been nominated for Academy Awards.
You're doing the worst RIP ever.
You
to start off this show.
You keep interrupting.
Go
You
ahead.
keep saying
Make
shit.
it make sense, Old Ninja.
Well, I just said you saw. He's literally the first person that speaks in The Force Awakens. So everybody on the planet, even Stitch has fucking seen that fucking film.
I don't. Fuck,
Yeah, but
I was not.
I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about.
Is he on the
I don't
is he
know
on
the
the
first book.
New Republic side? Or?
Well, you can
Yeah.
tell this guy is big because when you go to Wikipedia, he has his filmography is on another page.
Okay.
Like that's
So he was on the planet that
So-
The
Kylo
old
came
guy.
from.
That's the old guy.
Leading
Yeah.
role. He's the
No, that's
priest.
Max. That's a different guy.
He's the priest
That was
in
my
The
difference.
Exorcist. So he's the leading role in
Okay,
that.
that you should have led with that.
Yeah, well, I told you he's done like 400 goddamn movies.
You're
You
talking-
keep,
talking
if
Nicolas
you've ever
Cage.
seen the Flash Gordon film, he's the main villain in that fucking
You're
shit.
talking about Nicholas Tucci, right?
No, Max
Yeah,
von
Max-
Sydow.
Okay, yeah, that is the guy from Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you
That's all you
go.
had to say.
the dude. The dude's been acting since 1949.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
That's when my house was built.
I thought you were
god
talking
dang.
about- I thought you were talking about the Nicholas guy, because that guy,
No,
I have
no.
fucking clue who
that
guy
guy's
is.
something different. That one I'm not prepared for. But Max von Sydow, he's literally in almost every blockbuster. Almost.
Is he the
And
Scottish guy? Am I?
I don't
the
know if he's-
Scottish old man.
He's the old guy in Game of Thrones that was like, he was on the wall, wasn't he?
I feel like this guy's
Yes.
Scottish.
He's
it's on the
Sweden.
wall.
He's Swedish.
Swedish. Okay.
Yeah.
He might.
Sorry, Dirty Stiff.
It's because he does have like a slight, very slight accent, so you might confuse it with Scottish, maybe. But he's been in a lot of shit. He was 90 years old,
All right.
so
People in Europe right now are mad.
They
yeah.
Y'all
are.
don't know our accents, motherfuckers. Y'all don't know California accents from Texas
Oh,
accents.
okay. So
actually, like, that's kind of
in
extreme.
Game of Thrones, in Game of
Boston.
Thrones, he's the original three-eyed raven who gave
Did I
Ron
not
his
just say
powers.
that?
But someone said he was on the wall.
That's
He's
what I
not on the
said.
wall.
I thought he was.
He's the original three-eyed raven.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when we see the forest children, we meet him and he teaches. He's the guy in the tree.
Okay.
There you go.
Wait,
he
he was-
teaches Ron.
He was forcing children.
I always
kinda,
forget
I mean-
you didn't fuck with Game of Thrones at all.
I mean, he's done literally hundreds of films. Everyone's seen him. So
R.I.P. to him.
yeah, there you go. He's lived there. He literally does a movie a year. Usually they're like most of them either a blockbuster or like just like an indie film or whatnot. So
Good shit.
R.I.P. to him.
Yeah, his resume is really fucking long.
Good shit. All right. Big global news going on.
Oh, before that, I had a kid, motherfucker.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. All right.
Talk about important
Before the
shit
global
first.
news.
Yeah.
Well, this is global news.
Prioritize.
Yeah. Let's go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Life has been changed.
Yeah, so
Stitch's
obviously
life has changed.
I was gone for about, I think, maybe like 5 weeks and everything. About four. No,
I didn't think that long.
Yeah, you've
No,
been
no,
gone
no,
2
no.
weeks, dude.
Like 3 weeks.
No,
It's been more than 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks before that or whatever, and then post after or whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been about 4 weeks and everything.
All right, tell us why.
Because the baby arrived, Storm arrived, and everything.
Late like her mom. No.
Yeah, damn right.
Damn.
So I'll keep it as brief as possible or whatever.
No,
but,
talk about it.
So Lilo had it was like a non-stress test or whatever, just like a normal thing where they just
Stress
check.
test, like they pulled her. Like,
Well, non-stress test.
I thought what they do for like computers and shit.
It just sort of just monitor how everything's going, and she was past 41 weeks, and they were seeing some stuff, and they because she was past her due date, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna admit you and schedule an induction, because the induction was supposed to be scheduled a couple days later on that Sunday into Monday, but it ended up when she went in on the Thursday, which was the 13th of February, they decided they were gonna keep her there. So she was a little bit freaking out a little bit and everything. So she calls me and she's like hysterical crying or whatever. And of course you go into panic mode or whatever. And
Where were you?
I was at home and everything. So because I didn't even know, she didn't even tell me she had like the non-stress test. Because normally they just go check the heartbeat and then good to go. So she didn't even like wake me for that whole aspect of it. So she calls me and she's like crying. She can barely talk. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Speak, use your words, calm down. What's going on? And she's like, oh, they want to admit me. I'm like, well, is the baby okay? They're like, yeah, but they just want to have the baby. I'm like, well, this is good then. I'm like, if nothing is wrong or whatever in terms
Logical
of like
conclusion.
emergency. Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially any of you guys have been in a relationship. Anytime you get the we need to talk. Or something.
I mean, you got to give her a pass, though. I mean, she was full of hormones and she's pregnant.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just got to be. Can you imagine if, like, I don't think men can. There's nothing that is equivalent for men that happens that anywhere near the equivalent of, like, having a baby.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, if we had to pass something large through our dick, like,
Kidney
that'd be
stones.
fucking terrifying.
Kidney stones. That's not even
Kidney
close.
stones is not the
Yeah,
size of a
not the
baby.
size of
No,
a baby.
no,
Not
that
even
shit,
through scale.
No,
Yeah,
that
it's just-
shit is. Yeah, I'll get to that
Yeah.
craziness. That was mind blowing. So we're there at the hospital, and Lilo's whole game plan going in was she wanted it to be all natural,
Yeah.
no medicine, et cetera, et cetera.
I love when women say this.
Yeah,
by the way.
And I had this
Yeah.
conversation. I was like, that sounds like a great plan in theory, but.
Did you go to the doctor? Like, hey, doc, look, here's $20. Let's just slip her a little Mickey.
You'll find out when Sweetness is going through it or whatever. Pretty much she's running the show or whatever. You're just there in support. Go team, go. You
Cheerleader.
need ice chips or anything or just to fan you down and everything. But that was her game plan going in, and I had a side eye on that for several months. So those contractions started hitting, and they start out like. You can kind of see, I can notice when she's going through it because she'll just like start like kind of like
Tensing
pause
up.
and start like breathing or whatever. And because we got there at around noon on Thursday. So around midnight on Thursday, so about 12 hours after they gave her like the medicine to start inducing and put on the IV and stuff like that, the contractors started whooping her ass and everything. And she's just like and we're doing all the positions that we went through, like the whole birthing class where it's like, all right, you kind of pretend like you're dancing or whatever, and she'll like lean on you, or she'll lean over like a chair, or they have like the big bouncy ball thing that they can sit on.
The yoga ball?
Yeah, but none of that was working for her. And so then
It's a
she,
stability ball, by the way, not a yoga ball.
yeah, what?
Yeah.
It's okay, though.
I'm pretty sure 50% of the people are like, oh, yeah, I know what he's talking about now.
And she's just down in like the fetal position at times, and she's like, I need pain management. Now, I'm in my head, I'm like, okay, we should have developed like a safe word, because I don't want you getting mad at me for just being like, okay, and then later on be like, wow,
Why you let
should
me do
help
that?
me. Yeah, 'cause you don't want to, because you're there as a coach, but I don't know what kind of pain she's going through. I can only imagine. It's fucking crazy. So I'm just like, breathe, focus on your breathing, et cetera, et cetera. And that went on for about 6 hours, and she was just like, nah. So then she got the epidural, and the epidural changed her life. She was good. Because they put it in your back, and you got to it'll like numb your legs and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much your legs
Everything
go to
from the
jello.
fucking back down.
Yeah.
Lower back.
But you got to sort of rotate on one side and then flip over and rotate on the other because the way they explain it kind of sort of sort of seep in, like gravity maybe does some effects on it. So at one point when she rolled over to go on the other side of it, the doctors rush in because there was like they called it a decel between like the baby's heart rate started to like continuously like drop and drop.
Oh shit.
So we're like, oh fuck. And so they come rushing in, everything, and I'm just like, well, what's going on? That was really obviously scary because you don't know what's going on. I'm one of those people where it's like, okay, you are the medical professional. I will just sit back and get the hell out the way because that's what y'all went to school for. You paid all these student loans. Y'all know what y'all doing better than I do, or Lilo who watched some shit on YouTube or whatever. So eventually they ended up having the doctor ended up breaking her water because her water didn't break naturally.
Yeah.
And
So did you do like a Shoryuken or like a Hadouken?
It's
How do you do it?
there's a hook pull. Yeah,
I actually know.
For those
wait,
that don't know,
Candyman showed up?
yeah, for those,
Damn.
Prodigy wasn't in the room when his
Neither
kid.
time.
Yeah, so he might. I don't know if he's aware of all the gore that sort of happens or whatever. Kronos, I think you were there
Not for.
you were there for this.
I was there for my adopted daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I saw my cousins, and it was literally like that scene from Knocked Up. I was like, I shouldn't have went in there.
Yeah. So I was doing good with my eye discipline. I was making sure it wasn't seeing places I shouldn't be looking at and didn't want to scar myself mentally. But I caught a glimpse out of a mirror when they were
You were
pulling
like, God damn it!
when they were pulling the
Sack?
water breaking hook, and I just saw
Yeah.
like it was like the line from like the Xenomorph or whatever. And I was like, oh God. I was like, I gotta be better, I gotta stay focused. So then after that, like because they'll check the amount of dilation, and I went in as a novice, and I'm still very much a novice in terms of this whole child delivery process. But you learn some things when you're in the hospital for like 3 days. So essentially, she went from like 2 centimeters to like 6 within like almost like a 2-hour window after they broke her water.
What's the goal number?
6. Well, when you get
10,
to
right?
10, it's like active pushing. That's
Okay.
when it's like push, push, push. 6 is okay. We need to start prepping because it's going to be pretty imminent and everything. So once it got to 6, I was like, okay, this is going to be awesome because once I found out the timeline, I kind of wanted it to be a Valentine's Day baby because I was like, all right, this will be cool. I'll be born on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that whole process happened. Doctors come in, and they were saying, okay, it's active pushing time. So the nurse is there. They pull out the tray. It's got like all the little, I don't even know, all the little scalpel thing, not the scalpels, but the clamps
Scissors
and all
and
kinds.
clamps and
Yeah,
forceps
just
and
like
all
a
shit.
clean
Yeah.
sort of thing that you see. And I was like, okay, it's go time and everything. So I'm up by the head. She puts on these like double glasses, like Cyclops looking things or whatever, like face shield to make
Doctor
sure.
does or
Well, the nurse
Lilo?
was because
Okay.
she's the one down there or whatever.
yeah,
I'm just fanning or whatever. I was down to a science. I was just like, do you need ice chips? And she'd be like, yes. So I would just feed her ice chip. And then when she was pushing, because they had her on the I guess it's like EKG type machine where they can tell when the contractions are happening. So that's when they'll tell her to like, all right, we need you to push and everything. So when she's pushing, I'm like coaching, counting to 10, fanning her and everything like that. So I did my part. Then the doctor came in and they're like, okay, well before that prior, they said normally for a first time mother when it gets to the active pushing stage, it's somewhere between like 2 to 6 hours depending on first time delivery. And Lilo knocked out in hour 15.
Wow.
So I was like, God damn. I was like, she kicked ass on that part. So the doctor it was so funny because they asked the lady, they asked Lilo if you want a mirror down there. And like some people say yes because I guess
Oh, look at that.
some ladies want to see it or whatever. Lilo was like, no. And then they could also tell that they could see, I guess, when she was doing the pushing, the nurse could see that the baby had hair and everything because I guess you could see the and they're like, oh, do you want to see? Or they were like, you can feel or whatever you want. I was like, I was like, I can't be hearing this. I had to go to a mental strong spot.
It's like, I'm gonna take a no with a side of thank you.
Because I was like, I just want to make sure I don't pass out during the process.
But has it crossed midnight? So we're into the 14th now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Cause we're well into the afternoon on Valentine's Day.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So everything was good. It was gonna happen on that day and everything. She was a little bit worried about a C-section. So she really didn't want to have a C-section. And
Because when you get one, you got to do. If y'all didn't know, if you have one C-section, if you have more kids, you always have to have a C-section.
Yeah.
So
it was doctor comes in and they're like, all right, push, and I'm like, the way I did it was because I was standing on Lilu's right side, so I would be coaching her, but I would have my right eye closed so my peripheral vision would not catch anything or whatever I didn't want to see. So then they're giving her like. They would count to 10. They're like, all right, give us three more seconds. So I was like, all right, it's really, really close. And then baby comes out and everything. And I was like, all right, I kind of peeped over and I could see him bringing the baby up. So it was good. I didn't see like the whole
Afterbirth and all that.
the
placenta?
afterbirth thing comes a little bit later. But in terms of, I didn't want to see the baby emerging from the vagina. Cause
You don't want to catch it, but like,
no. They asked,
Nobody won.
I told like 7 different nurses. I was like, I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting anything. Blah,
Don't
blah,
ask
blah.
them.
You didn't cut the
you
Fuck
didn't
no.
bite it? I mean,
Nope.
come on, man.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
fucking savage.
back in the door.
Eat that
Yeah.
placenta
Arr.
fucking soup.
No.
Isn't there some cultures that eat the placenta or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
delicacy.
It's full of fucking stem cells, bro.
So
Yeah.
the
There
baby
you go.
comes out, is really cool. I mean, they wipe it immediately, so it's only slimy looking for like a minute or whatever, and it's really cool. Like I teared up, dug tears or whatever, because you're like, holy shit, it's here.
How much she weighed? Did they do
She was
measurements?
7 pounds 13 ounces.
Okay.
Born on 4:43 p.m. on Valentine's Day. So then she's crying for a little bit, and then they do this whole like golden hour.
Did he still
thing.
slap the baby? Like when
No, well, I guess they used to slap it like just to make sure like
Yeah,
Well, it's
if it's
only
alive.
if they're not
they're not-
crying.
Yeah, if they're
Yeah.
not crying. Yeah. So she
Like, welcome to world.
baby came out crying. They the whole golden hour thing. They try to get the whole skin to skin contact with the mom, so it helps with the bonding process. And then plopped it on there, and then Storm was chill. I was like, oh wow, this is crazy. So then afterbirth thing happens. That was really kind of quick or whatever. Lilo didn't even know the afterbirth came out because she's all numb down there or whatever. And then
Do you see him pull it out?
No, I didn't look at that. And then
It goes into like this crazy like steel bucket thing.
yes.
Biohazard.
And then the doctor's down there like stitching up shit, which
Oh, she ripped.
I
Most
think
women do.
yeah. So he's down there doing whatever, and I mean,
Tiny shoelace.
it ended up being a male doctor or whatever.
Oh.
And at first she was a little bit nervous about it, but once those contractions, she was just like, whoever can
Yeah.
help me, fucking help me.
I forget the comedian, but he had like, a really good joke about. I think it might have been Joe Rogan, where he's talking about like when they're stitching together. He's like, "Can you make it like a little bit tighter? Put an extra stitch in there."
Oh man. So yeah, and then essentially once they get everything sort of set up, they clamp out, they do the belly button, and then they try to just let you be. The doctors will come in every maybe like 10-15 minutes just to check to make sure everything's okay, but they really try to honor that whole bonding time between the baby and then the parents and
That's
stuff like
cool.
that. So it was really cool.
You changed that first diaper?
Yes, that I forgot about that. I forget the word for
Let's
it.
hear about it.
Meta. It's a
Metahuman?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the shit that.
yeah.
That first
Yeah.
shit.
That
The first
tar.
shit, it's black tar looking thing or whatever.
Well, it's actually the one that I'm referring to is when it's inside the womb, and that's even worse.
Yeah, that's all bad.
Yeah.
Well, if it happens, and that's how like bad shit can happen if like because if they've been in there for like longer than 41 weeks, then they have that whole
It's called the mecon. I can't say that word.
I can't think of the
Meconium.
yeah, the
Yeah.
meconium.
So
That's what
it happens like it's not even like over time. It can happen like even like for a normal birth, you get meconium. Basically, like if your child in labor poops,
Right.
they can ingest it. It can go in their lungs or
all bad shit.
yeah, and it's all bad. That happened to my niece.
Oh shit.
She,
Oh yeah.
yeah. She was like touch and
Jesus.
go like when she was born because
Forgot about
because
that.
she had meconium and she has like a scar on her neck
Yep.
because they had to like do all kind of crazy shit to keep her alive. But she's healthy.
Yeah.
You know, she's an adult now, which is weird.
Yeah, I was
We
about to
drink
say.
on this every week. It's fucking great.
Oh, that's why she has
Yeah.
that scar?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. I always wonder about that.
Yeah,
It's not the powerhouse of the cell.
No.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that diaper is pretty gruesome. I wasn't ready for that or whatever. I was
It's
like,
not even that bad yet, man.
yeah, that's
Solid
what I was
Foods is
telling
where it
her.
gets fucking awful.
Yeah. So hospital stay was good. Stanford Valley Care did an amazing job. They were mad chill, great hospital. I can't say anything bad about it or whatever. It was a great, pleasant experience. They kept Lilo calm and everything. Lilo went in with some fears because I say her sister kind of spooked her out with some horror stories or whatever because they're kind of hippie-ish and did the whole midwife thing with the at-home birth and I'm just
dolphin
like,
birth in
I'm
the
like,
bathtub.
fuck no. I was like, no. So everything's been all good. Baby was healthy, quiet, just chill. Still been pretty chill. Only thing is last week there was some gassy issues, so it's just like got to just rotate and how you're holding the baby. And I was joking. I'm like, normally when you're holding a football, it's high and tight, but you got to do whatever that gets the baby to stop crying. So you got to hold it upside down, on extend it on the arm while you're burping, or whatever, kind of like you're doing like the infant Heimlich and everything like that. I mean, that works. Baby's happy.
That's why we did
crazy screaming down.
Like with Riley, we did like a lot of tummy time when she was just on her tummy. Like anytime where she was like kind of chill and she didn't need to be held, we would just put her on her tummy. Like really, it also helped with like the formation of the skull.
Oh yeah.
And the neck.
Yeah.
So like actually like building up neck muscles because if y'all haven't had a baby before, like babies don't have very many muscles at all. So you have
Weak
to basically
as
hold
fuck.
their head.
Yeah, they be trying to hit that floor. Like you
Yeah.
be holding them or whatever, and
Yeah,
you
like,
think they just throw that head, and it's like the head is like where all the weight is. It feels
Yeah.
like, and that thing tries to. Like, dad reflexes are a thing.
Yeah.
I got within 3 fucking inches of dropping my firstborn son when we tried to give him his first bath, and I was like, "This is nothing." That motherfucker squirmed like a goddamn fish, like at that Seattle Pikes Market or whatever. Squirmed out of the towel, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Barely caught him from the floor, head first. I was like, "Okay, we're the worst parents on the planet." Anyway,
I think that any parent that hasn't had like a oh shit moment as a parent, like. I don't think that even exists. Unless you're older and like super planned for a baby, and even then there's still shit that'll creep up on you.
It's just gonna go wrong.
It's just gonna go wrong, and it's okay. Like there's no perfect parent out there.
Yeah.
People are gonna fuck up. There's no perfect kids either.
Yeah.
For that matter.
so you said she's sleeping pretty well.
So yeah, sleeping really well. On a pretty decent schedule in terms of like nighttime. Obviously, wakes up and feeds. She's being breastfed, so. That whole process.
So you're like, oh, it's great.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of feel bad because it's like I can't do it. I can't help you.
She doesn't like pump. I mean,
we had an issue with the pump thing, but that's another long story.
Shit's hella loud. I heard.
Well, the company delivering it was taking fucking forever to deliver it and stuff like that. So that was a huge fucking annoying thing. But the thing is, if the mom is around, they encourage the mom to feed. And I mean, when Lilo goes back to work and everything, then obviously I'll have to step in with the feeding and stuff. But she's gotten used to the whole pumping and stuff. But yeah.
So I was gonna say you can't just like milk her like.
I
I was thinking about Meet the Fuckers where he's like, I got nipples, can you milk me? No, I was.
But it's been fun.
Take you nowhere.
It's been so fun because I mean, even watching like the little things, like her neck is now pretty damn strong. Like
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about her head just like flopping all over the place. Like her neck muscles are really developed, and she's like, you can see her like focus, like her eyes. Like I'll give her like. Have her following like my fingertip, and she's like laser focused on
There
stuff. So
you
it's
go.
really cool just watching like the little small things like
That's
that. But
cool.
it's been great.
And mom's doing all right.
Yeah, she's doing great, enjoying it. She's getting pretty much the most sleep she can out of it because the baby's been chill at night. So she'll just wake up to feed, and then I'll take her, and I can do late night gaming because the baby's just been chill with just sleeping on dad or whatever. and
that's
time,
awesome.
so it's been great.
That's what I would do.
It's been lucky.
Yeah, I would just.
And I
Well,
didn't
you
want-
saw the pictures of me and like
yeah.
Riley. I was just
Yeah.
like, she's sleeping, I'm gaming. So,
Yeah. It's been good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice,
dude.
man.
Man,
Good to
you
hear.
got a good kid there.
Yeah, so far so good.
Welcome to fatherhood, goddammit.
Yes.
What did Chris Rock say? Like one
Keep her
thing.
off the pole.
Yeah. Keep her in the games and off the pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, that's awesome.
Okay.
Dude. All right, baby number 2. No, not just.
Damn.
So now we got Blue's got to have a fucking baby. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Next on the list.
Well, since we're talking about it, guys, I just have a little announcement.
Oh god.
Sweetness is not pregnant.
Takes up his drink.
Damn. He's all toasting. He's up here toasting too.
K-Mac is also not pregnant.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
I ain't pregnant for shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm shooting blanks. So anybody talking about, I'm
Oh
pregnant
my
with
God.
Prodigy's baby, they lie.
Oh.
Shit.
I don't know. I mean, Brandon Lee? I mean, he shot blanks too, and he still died. So.
Oh,
Damn.
Just saying.
really
Damn.
90s. Shit.
That's a fucked up joke.
Yeah, but I liked it.
I mean,
I think the timing is right.
it's way afterwards.
Yeah, that's been a while.
Tragedy plus time is comedy.
That's how his dad died too, from blanks, right?
No,
No.
he died from fucking like a crazy brain aneurysm or
In his
Yeah.
30s.
He had like an allergic reaction to something.
Well, I thought
No.
thought he got killed by like some kind of demon or some shit.
No.
So that was definitely in a movie. You don't die from demons.
Yeah. They made a real.
Look around.
There was a lot of like weird conspiracy bullshit about his death, but
Yeah.
but no.
I remember seeing it with the mirrors and shit, and like the black shadow kept running across.
Oh,
and
smoke monster. This ain't Lost. What the fuck?
Coronavirus.
All right.
Here we go,
We are
man.
in the peak of craziness going on right now.
Pandemic.
Just
Who-
like all the
you
news
started
stuff.
off.
Dude, we're literally living in a movie.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what has been already discussed on the cast
Oh, we
because I thought we've maybe touched on it a little bit.
Yeah.
There's new
But
stuff
not-
from this week.
But
Yeah.
the past 48, 72 hours, it seems to have escalated in terms of like the news and everything and what's been decided by the government and different major organizations, sports and
Cities
all kinds of
and-
stuff.
Yeah.
We obviously, for those that don't or new listening, we live in the Bay Area in California, so it is pretty. I don't want to call it like patient zero area for.
It's fucking great here. What are you talking about? There's no traffic. There's very little traffic right now in the Bay Area.
Yeah,
It's
well,
fucking
yes,
awesome.
but I was going back with it. But essentially, like it started to sort of develop highly in Santa Clara County, which is to the south of us.
I think right now Seattle has a higher infected count.
Yeah, so
per
Washington is being really, really affected, but California as well. And over the past couple days, I don't want to start misquoting death tolls and everything like that, but people have been diagnosed and quarantined and everything at a pretty frequent rate. There's been a cruise ship that has been docked off in the bay that people were exposed, and they wanted to quarantine them off and everything.
Get in there.
So
Get in
Let
there.
me get in here about that cruise ship, okay?
There's only been 3 deaths in California.
I will let you continue about the rest of it, but the cruise ship thing had me like super angry because our President Trump, our president, he was first hesitant to let that ship dock back in America because he wanted his numbers at a certain number, and I was like, dude, these are still Americans, even if they're on a fucking cruise ship. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, you can't leave, 3,000 people on a ship and keep them on the ship. But, like, when you're on a ship, everything, like, recirculates. Even if you go outside, like, you're still breathing the same fucking air. And it's like, if you leave people on that ship, they're going to die at a higher rate than, like, getting them off the ship in quarantine and getting the help they need.
Well, like,
And for this guy to say that I just wanted, the numbers to stay where they are, it's like, you're saying the numbers, but these are fucking people.
Just to be clear, which numbers specifically were?
He's talking about the numbers of like the infected and the dead
I see. Okay.
from the coronavirus.
Okay.
And so that's why he wanted to keep the ships offshore because it keeps the numbers, the overall quote unquote numbers in America seem low. But it's like, listen, if you have people that are like 3,000 to 5,000 people on a ship, it's probably less than 5,000, but and a lot of them are getting sick. Leaving them out in sea, like they're all gonna get sick.
Yes.
Like 100%. Like they're all gonna fucking get sick because they have nowhere to go. They don't have proper medical care on the ship because they're not designed to handle those sorts of illnesses. And for you to sit there and be like, hey, I wanted to keep them out there because it would keep our numbers in America, low. But it's like, but they're still Americans. Like, what the fuck, man? These are people.
yeah.
Like, they're not just numbers.
Like the perfect example would be like the cruise ship that docked in Japan. Like they kept the people on there for 2 fucking weeks, and it was the original case was just one person, ended up affecting like I think up to like 700, 800 people.
Yeah.
Before they started letting people off, but it's like all of a sudden all these people got infected. Like people who were coming home got infected because they had people who they tested that they weren't sure were positive or not, fly with people who were like that didn't have it. So that actually included more into the people that were actually infected.
I mean, what you should do, like, listen, I love going on cruises. Cruises are awesome, but they're also like
They're incubators.
they can be incubators. But if you have people that you know that are sick with something that's highly contagious, you need to get them off the fucking ship and you need to get them into separated rooms into some sort of facility, in a hospital or wherever.
Yep.
Like leaving them all on the same like confined space is just you're just making it worse. Like, doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like I don't understand the reasoning there, except for like the fact that I want to keep the numbers low. But the numbers aren't going to be low. There's still Americans on the ship. It's just he's assuming that because they're in international waters, they don't count against Americans, but they're still American people.
That's the dumbest thing. Well, not the dumbest thing. There's more dumb things on here, but one of the dumbest things from this week.
Yeah. So essentially, the government has stepped in. In California,
Have they?
Well, in California, in terms of the local governments, in terms of Santa Clara County banning mass gathering events of over 1,000 people.
Same with San
Same with San Francisco, Oakland, and it seems like those governments in a local state level have started to make decisions more so than the federal government.
I wonder if they're going to disband all these homeless camps.
That's
That's
something
more than
I'm
1,000 people.
That's something I'm gonna.
I mean,
I
seriously.
want to touch on once we get through the whole sort of history part of it. So, fast forward to kind of today. Well, sort of late last night, it was announced that, well, obviously Santa Clara County is where San Jose is.
Yeah.
And San Jose has a major sports team, an arena, which holds whatever 20, 30,000 people in it. So if you're telling you can't have mass gatherings, that essentially cancels major sporting event.
So
Which-
they have like a little stipulations where non-essential staff can't go, only family and like essential, and then the players. So
Well,
they're
that
playing
was-
basically with no fans.
That was before.
Yeah,
That was
I knew they did that.
that was before. That was the initial thing. But it has since developed where they're just like, nah, we ain't playing. Same thing with the Warriors. The Warriors announced that were supposed to have a game playing tomorrow.
Yep.
They were going to do it with no fans in the general arena. They were just going to have players, and it was just going to be like sort of like a quiet, well, not a quiet, but just
quiet
sort of like
auction.
Well,
empty.
it's crazy and it's
Me.
stupid because I mean, people like listen. Even if just the basketball teams played, that's more than 1,000 people.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to have both teams and the people that are like upkeeping the actual stadium.
Yeah.
It's more than 1,000 people.
Yeah,
you got,
I don't know the
no fans.
logistics.
I don't know if that's more than 1,000.
How many people are on teams, including the players, the coaches,
I think
the
it's
administrative staffs?
That's why they're saying
the-
that's why they're saying non-essential. You cut that in half.
I think it's still in the low hundreds.
No,
Yeah.
no,
I don't
I think it's actually near 1,000 because it's both teams.
Yeah.
Plus, you have people that need to be there
To run the arena.
upkeep the arena. That's a lot of people.
But hold on, only one team is going to bring their administrative staff other than their like trainers and coaches. You know what I mean? Like the visiting team is not going to bring their entire like marketing
yeah,
team and all that.
I totally understand that, but there's still like the
I mean,
arena.
mascots and cheerleaders. And
Yeah,
stuff
well,
like that.
the arena.
You don't need
alone
mascots and cheerleaders if
is
nobody's
still
in the arena.
Hundreds of people because we're talking about security.
Yeah, you need security,
You still need
You
security.
need medical staff.
medical, the trainers,
yeah,
stuff like
trainers,
that.
So
all
yeah,
stuff, yeah.
I have to
You
say
need,
with
you need your water boys. You need the guy with the towel.
Yeah, I'm saying if you cut non-essential, you're looking at maybe 500 people or less.
It's all speculation, but essentially you are reducing the vast number of people that are witnessing this sports game, and it's happened several times in like European soccer matches where they've had like violent things happen in the stands or whatever, and they've played the games without people. The most recent one I can think of in America, the Baltimore Orioles had a game.
Oh, with no fans, yeah.
with no fans there.
Because they had a
The
riot,
riots
right?
that were going on, the Freddie Gray riots.
Something like that,
Baltimore.
yeah.
Yeah, in Baltimore and everything. So that's what their plan was. I literally took a nap before the cast. I wake up and just seeing what's going on and everything because they were talking about canceling like March Madness, which is the college basketball tournament and
Yeah.
everything. And I look and I see that, okay, the NBA has now canceled the season, or not canceled, but postponed the season.
Suspended.
Rudy Gobert, who is a all-star NBA player, has the virus. Who, like an
He'll be
idiot
fine.
troll, he was on before he knew he had the virus, he was being stupid and just like, touching all the microphones, just trying to be a smart ass or whatever. And then he ends up being the one that has it. Or whatever. And then also, what was it? Tom Hanks has it. I was like, and his wife, and I was like. I had to research that because I was like, now we just speculate and shit. And I was like, I saw him put it out. I was like, oh, wow.
He tweeted out.
Saw Adam Schefter
he
tweeted out. I was
he
like,
put out a message.
Yeah. And so the NBA thing is on hold. Trump had his announcement now that there's a travel ban coming from Europe.
I think it starts Friday.
Yeah, Europe to it's Europe
except for the UK. Which is
yeah,
weird,
except for the UK because they're our homies.
No, I think somebody stop whatever's playing.
Well, I know that the Vatican, I guess there's a preacher or priest or father there that has the corona and
the corona.
The Rona.
Yeah, I think they're locking that shit down too.
Hey,
so
can I get
all of Italy?
Can I get a corona? Hold the virus?
No.
So essentially, and I mean, I was driving here, and then they're still doing some of the college basketball tournaments, and one of the coaches, he got like taken to the hospital. The coach for like Nebraska, and he got taken to the hospital after the game, and him and now the whole Nebraska basketball team is now quarantined and stuff like that, which is like on a logistics level. And I know we don't get too deep into sports and stuff like that on here in certain aspects.
It's okay.
But essentially, I mean, it's the job of the NCAA in college to protect the players and not only the students on a campus and everything. Is if you think about it, I mean, that college campus is where shit spreads like wildfire as well.
Like
and
the clap.
Yeah. So essentially, you're having these athletes go out there and they come back from there. I mean, we don't have really access to Steph Curry or Klay Thompson or whatever. But when you're in college and these guys are going out potentially exposed to this virus, and then now all of a sudden they're sitting in your classroom. I mean, that is a huge problem that spreads rapidly. I mean, you can be like, okay, we don't have any cases here in Missouri or just pick whatever random state at general. But when you have your basketball team traveling all over the world, all over the United States, and then now all of a sudden you're bringing it to a college campus of tens of thousands of people, that's a problem.
I mean, it's a problem, but I'll go back to what I said last week, is that this virus affects mainly older people that have compromised immune systems already. And the numbers that I've read still haven't strayed from that, is if you're over the age of 60, you're at a much higher rate of dying. If you're below the age...
about mortality.
Mortality rate.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And most people that are below that age and that are not they don't have any kind of pre-existing conditions, they're fine.
It's mainly people with asthma where
It's
if
more
you have anything like with lungs,
respiratory
problems. And
Yeah, and like kids, like below the age of 9, no kid has died yet.
Yeah.
So
The only...
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that? Kids under the age of 9?
kids under the age of 9, no kid has died.
So the
from this
CDC put out some. Did you see the graph that they had? Like kids 10 and under are high risk
No,
or at risk.
they are carriers, but no kid. It's the last time I looked has died from this virus.
My whole... I'm not scared
And
of
I'm
like,
reading
dying.
the CDC shit.
Yeah, because the CDC. Actually, I have to give them props because they've been updating with world information
It's their
like
job.
frequently. Yes, it is their job, but they're not FEMA. Where FEMA fucked up with NOLA, so they've been doing a pretty damn good job of alerting the public of what's going on.
They have, however, the problem is I think we talked about it last week, is that there's conflicting information between like
Misinformation.
the current administration with the president and the CDC. Listen, if you are concerned about this virus, don't even listen to anybody in Donald Trump's administration. Just listen to what the CDC is saying and an actual fucking doctor is saying.
So right now,
World Health.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
WHO is a good
the
one
World
to
Health
know.
Organization is also very important.
So right now
Go
on
ahead.
the CDC website, they say who's at high risk for it, and it's older people and people who have severe or serious chronic medical conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and lung disease.
There you go.
Yeah, so that actually affects me in my life because K-Mac has heart disease. I mean,
Yeah.
so she's talking about working from home for like probably the foreseeable future, because for her, I mean, she's young, she's obviously not 60,
Yeah.
but she's really worried about this
Yeah.
because she has heart disease and she has to deal with that, and yeah, I mean, there's no for her for being scared about it. I can't say like, hey, don't be scared, but at the same time, it's like people our age are at much lower risk, but you know,
Yeah, I mean, my whole, I don't even really say I'm overly concerned or like worried or like in fear, but this does have a potential to just like literally like cripple the medical industry in terms of like hospitals, doctors, and everything, which would bring everything to a potential grinding halt if you think about it. Even though like people who are much older at risk of dying and stuff, in terms of like how we are being able to treat the people that are affected by it, like we literally have to quarantine them off for I guess maybe 2 weeks from what I'm seeing. There's no technical vaccine for it. Yeah, it's very flu-like in its way, but it's like, okay, it's important to reduce the spread of this so our healthcare doesn't get completely overwhelmed and just crippled in terms of like our nurses and our doctors being able to provide adequate care for those people, but not also those people, but people that actually have other emergencies while this is going on. I mean, if you got a hospital full of, sorry to keep going, but if you got a hospital being just pushed to the red line limit, just dealing with this coronavirus in terms of like all their staff and everything, and their nurses working 16-hour shifts and everything, and then when some shit does happen, like God forbid, like a train gets derailed or something like that, then what the fuck?
Yeah, well, this is one thing I actually want to bring up on the podcast is like, listen, if you're sick, and you're not over the age of 60, probably don't go to the ER.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, if you're sick with like a normal, like just the flu, I mean, you won't know what to do with the flu, all right?
Yeah.
Second of all, if you actually have, the coronavirus, there's they can do for you. Literally nothing. They're not going to give you no medication. They're just going to verify as you continue to possibly infect other people that you have the virus. And I've read and listened to multiple nurses and doctors say that if you happen to be sick and you're not like deathly ill, there is no need for you to go to the hospital. Like, just do what you would normally do to overcome the sickness. And unless you're elderly and at risk, if you're elderly and or at risk, go to your doctor, go to the ER, go to urgent care or whatever. But for like normal people that are healthy, like it's kind of a waste of time for most medical professionals.
So, here's where I was going to take it. Have you ever seen like old movies like during the Great Depression where there's this what's known as a run on a bank?
Oh yeah.
And
I've heard
people
it before.
people put the money in the bank, right?
Oh yeah.
And they think that because the little receipt thing says that they have $200 in the bank,
They don't have that.
anytime they want to, they can go into the bank and get $200. That works 99% of the time, right?
Yeah.
Well, if there's a run on the bank and everybody's trying to pull out their money, you
bank don't got your
learn
money.
really quickly that the bank, because of their loaning and lending and all of that, doesn't actually have the resources to give everybody their $200, $400, $800 at the same fucking time. The healthcare industry is not built to withstand a run on multiple hospitals. The system for supplies, gloves, masks, medication, even just staff members are only built to handle most normal levels of patient volumes based on the population, and there's all this math behind it.
Yeah.
Sustained runs on them overwhelm the system. And then when you have staff that do not want to come into work, it gets even worse.
Or if you get staff that are getting infected.
Staff
for
get
being
sick.
at work.
And
there.
especially when people that don't understand how like this sickness works are buying up all the supplies that medical professionals need to do their job. Like people that are buying these face masks that aren't even showing any symptoms or aren't sick at all, that don't even have the virus at all. The masks that you're wearing are surgical masks.
Yeah.
And they're to keep a doctor from doing surgery and coughing and having something fall out of their face into the person.
Their open
It
wound.
it is not designed to stop a virus from another person. Like when you inhaling, it's not designed to stop that.
There
And
are
even-
some that do.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
N95, but not the.
But they're not surgical masks.
Yeah, but
I see-
even if you get the N95, you have to be trained on putting it on properly.
Yep.
Because if you don't
It's
put it
gotta be
on
sealed,
properly,
yeah.
you'll still get infected.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But if you're wearing these surgical masks like a dumbass and you keep buying them and wearing them out in public, you're not stopping shit.
No.
You're really not. You're taking resources away from people that actually need these products that are medical professionals.
And somebody created an illustration talking about like the whole surgical mask that people are buying. Like, it's good if you're sick. Like, say if you have like some kind of if you're coughing or sneezing, it's good for you if you're sick because it protects others around you because it keeps the germs within you. But if you're wearing one and someone was to cough or sneeze, well, guess what? It's gonna get on your skin, it's gonna get on your clothes, and it's eventually gonna affect you. Like, you're gonna touch your face in some point, and you're gonna get infected. So having the mask on isn't gonna help you whatsoever. To be honest.
Let's switch it up a little bit, though. I mean, still on the same topic. Obviously, the panic and fear and people not spending money is drastically contributing to the stock market dropping by 20%, which is technically a bear market now.
It is a bear market.
So this is anybody who was saying any kind of craziness, including the president, about hoax bullshit, and this is just to make me, certain administration or political look bad. No. There's real money not exchanging hands and a real economic impact. Italy's all the way fucking locked down.
Yeah.
All the way.
Yeah, they have they're almost a police state now. A country, actually.
So is China.
Yeah.
Well,
Italy too. They're letting people not pay their
we
rent.
just said,
Like, people don't have to pay their rent or make mortgage payments and shit. Like, they froze every fucking thing.
It's not a third world country we're talking about. This
No.
So even here in the States, we talked about sporting events, but there are also like huge events that are getting canceled, like Coachella.
Yeah.
That
E3.
has E3,
South by Southwest.
Stagecoach, South by Southwest. There's some literally Forbes has a website that tracks everything that's been getting canceled.
You got to.
Well, some of the things, like some of the stories I'm hearing
but that's still revenue lost.
There's there's families that have already brought like there's kids who played basketball and their team won like the league or whatever, and they're supposed to be going to like Brazil or to Disneyland or something like that.
Nope.
And all that shit's getting canceled because of
Shit
this.
happens sometimes. I mean,
But a lot of families, like, even if they have traveler insurance, like they're still out of pocket like thousands of dollars, which fucking sucks.
I know people that were going to go to like the Indio events, the Coachella and Stagecoach. So they got their tickets, even though it got postponed.
They're screwed.
They set up like hotels and stuff like that. So like Prodigy was talking about, a run on the banks, and now you have literally thousands of people trying to get their refunds or trying to cancel their hotel stays or their Airbnbs or whatever else they had going. Like, that's all fucking up a lot of revenue, exchanging hands or whatnot.
Look, even just near wherever you work, if you don't work from home, the local restaurants that depend on you going
Coming
out
in.
for some Chinese food or Thai food for lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
Those people are impacted. People are spending less fucking money.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because now this is the best time to actually go out. I mean,
Yeah, for real.
gas prices, if you're especially live in California, gas prices are dropping, and they're probably going to hit all-time low that you haven't seen in like a decade.
They're going to hit all-time low, and then the government's going to bail them out, and then it's going to go back up again.
Well, before they get bailed out, get your gas. Fill your tank up.
I was in a certain state last month, and it was fucking. The reason why I went there wasn't great, but the prices were fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I went and I had one of the places I went to, I had 3 sliders, truffle fries, and 2 beers, and it cost me $19 flat. And it was fucking great.
That's
And-
80s money.
yeah.
And then I went to get gas, and gas was still in like the $2 range.
Yeah,
$2
man.
range. I was like, holy shit.
Dude,
I was talking.
fucking awesome.
I was talking to someone yesterday. They're saying where they are, gas is $1.55 a gallon because it
That's
dropped. I was
90s
like,
money.
God
That's
dang.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 90s.
God
yeah.
dang. I mean, at least here it'll probably drop to $2.50 in
Remember-
Cali.
Remember
Just
back in
about.
the day, like when you had a car and you, at least maybe it was just for me, but like I asked my mom, like, Mom, can I get $20 so I can get gas? And she'd be like, well, you need 20. Here's a 10. And, like that would fucking fill up your goddamn gas tank back then.
Yep.
Or you could find some little change in the
Yeah,
couch.
yeah.
And at least, get it to a
$5?
quarter of a tank.
I mean, listen, to me, logically, gasoline in America should never cost more than like $2.30 because it's easy math to do when you're like, you have to fill up your tank,
Yeah.
To me, it should be all fucking $2 because that's super easy math.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have all these fucking bullshit taxes.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
That
don't
we
go
pay
nowhere.
taxes for roads that are still fucked up.
Yeah.
You know,
all
even here,
broken.
even here in California, we have, I live in, well, we all live in Alameda County. Actually, you do too, right?
Yeah.
Alameda County still?
Yeah.
You're still in the region. And roads are still not great. And we pay all these extra, we pay like the highest fucking gas taxes in the country.
Yep.
And shit's still fucked up.
I had a pothole on the way over here.
Bro,
Yeah, it sucks that stuff's getting canceled, but I mean, it's better to side on the side of
Yeah.
caution than not.
But the
And everything, as far as I'm concerned.
the cancellations
You mean
are.
you guess?
I guess.
Is it? It's at least the one. I
oh,
know-
skeptical. Hold on. Wait. Stop. Pump the brakes.
Well, hey,
I mean, what you
When,
want?
when
people,
is not being cautious
you
hurt?
want,
No, it's not-
You want
it's
people
not about
spitting in
that.
each other's mouths, or what you want here?
That's what you be
Two girls,
watching
one
on
cup.
Pornhub. I mean, we just said it. If you're over the age of 80, you're at risk. But most of
60.
the people, or 60, but most of the people that are going to the venture and they're like 20s,
Okay.
30s,
Well, but hold on.
40s.
Wait, hold on. You can still be infected.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Yes.
talking. He was just to be clear. We were talking about the mortality rate.
Yes.
You can be infected and then take that to people who are have heart conditions or have lung issues that are under the age of 60, or an old person that you met at the mall and you touched something and then they touched it right after.
I got an example for you. Okay.
Fuck them old people.
So let's
God
say
damn, you old as fuck.
I'm still here though.
so E3 is held in Los Angeles, correct?
Yeah, it's
So
always
let's
in LA.
say whatever, a person there got the virus or whatever and ends up getting 3 of the officers that are there working the security event sick or whatever, contaminated or whatever. Let's just say 3 police officers, 3 firefighters, or 3 EMTs in general, or whatever. Obviously, those EMTs most likely are in great health. They're not over 70, so their chance of mortality is not high. However, when those people go back to their department or their station, or once they leave that arena and go to like a call where they actually do have to help an old person who's like legitimately got like some sort of respiratory issue, like they do 12 hours a day, then essentially that person has now spread to them a potentially lethal virus.
Well, there was a
So
Cool story, bro.
I'm gonna go. This is gonna be very odd in this podcast, is I'm gonna side with O Ninja, and I'm gonna destroy probably all your arguments right now. We all know people that are older that we're gonna go see. We're all in this room right now. We don't know if anybody in this room has fucking the coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
No idea. All right, but I know for sure. On Friday, I'm gonna see my in-laws, and they're over 60. I don't know if I'm infected. I don't know if any of you are infected. So to sit there and be like, hey, you know, what if? At the same time, you're in the service industry, right?
Yes.
Have you been tested for the coronavirus?
No.
And you're gonna keep serving tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Now if I
Same thing with
Same
Oninja.
thing. And I'm near an
So is it really that
international
big of a deal?
airport.
I think there's a big difference between an arena or an event with
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands.
Not
No,
really. How many
No,
people
that-
are you gonna serve tomorrow?
that's math.
No,
How many
yeah,
people are you
that-
gonna serve tomorrow?
No,
Not thousands of people.
The
Not
prob-
thousands.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Are we going to trust the fact that there are medical professionals that are actually in charge of the county health who are saying that there's a higher probability with large crowds?
Yeah, but there's a large crowd in most restaurants. So
No,
Okay.
hold on. But there are plenty of small restaurants that don't have even the capacity to have anywhere close to 1,000 people.
well, you're correct, but sort of not. It depends on who's infected and if you pass on to somebody else. You could easily pass on one person. You can pass on any disease
Yes,
to 100 people.
But that's
at
not
any
what
time.
that's not what we're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, here's the point though. Going back to exactly what Old Ninja seems to be disagreeing with or not getting, there's a higher probability. This is where the math comes in. According to these healthcare professionals for the county Department of Health or the state of California Department of Health, with these large gatherings of more people being infected. That's what they're saying, period, as the cause of saying, let's cease this for the short time period.
But people are still going to places that have a large number of people. Even if it doesn't hit the 1,000 number, if one person is infected with this, and if it's as bad as they're saying it is,
Yes.
we're all going to see people that are older, right? At some point in time. And those people are higher at risk.
Some are going to see it, yes.
Yeah, like most people are. Most people are.
And so why piggybacking off of that, why are you saying that it's a bad idea to cancel things like their public health is telling you?
Because we're still at risk. At any point.
But there's a higher probability. That's what the public health people are telling you, that it's a higher probability with these large gatherings. Why are we saying no to that? I'm not getting this.
What I'm saying is, I get the numbers. What I'm really trying to say is, I don't care.
I mean, that's fine. You don't have to care.
If you get it, I mean, for the most part, we talked about if you're going to get infected, you're most likely going to survive unless you are what we talked about, the at-risk or severe.
But you can pass it on.
Yes, you can, and yes, it is highly more likely if you're in a very, very, very large crowd, like 40,000 people, like Coachella or more, or a basketball event.
Hence the canceling.
Yeah, but still,
And
I don't understand this.
Even in theory, when you are working in like a restaurant or food service industry, you are supposed to be washing your hands on the regular.
Oh yeah.
Now,
For
when we
sure.
go, we've all been to obviously Comic-Cons and stuff.
Of course.
We are not washing our hands every 10 minutes when we're walking down that floor.
I don't know about you.
Shut up. I've seen you. Yeah. And let alone at Coachella. How many people-
Coachella's different. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Well,
You're sharing
you're
blunts
still,
with
you're
people.
still in a large, a highly dense population, a highly densely populated area, confined public area.
Yeah.
And that's where these medical professionals have documented and said and put out to the general public that it's not a good idea to have these events go on, because that's where these things will multiply at a much higher rate than they would normally.
So what I'm saying is that it's going to multiply anyway.
It's
Yeah.
we know
Oh, yeah.
it's not going. The numbers aren't going down.
No, and they're going to keep going up. That's what I would like to hear, is that people just be honest, be like, listen, these are going to keep going up. Because what I'm saying is, yeah, saying that, canceling these events that have thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, yeah, I get that. But at the same time, if you go into a workspace, you're interacting with hundreds of people.
Right.
Or in some cases, thousands.
Yes, if you're taking public transit, you're interacting with thousands potentially on the way there.
Yes.
So, but we're not shutting those down.
No,
You know what I mean?
You have to. You
So
have to be diligent.
there's a limit.
You have to be mindful and diligent
Right.
personally to whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
Think about it and be like, is this really necessary to
But you gotta
go
protect-
on
you gotta
bar
protect
or
yourself.
whatever?
And there-
make sure I'm washing my hands and doing whatever.
There are places
Washing
not.
your hands. Listen. All right, stop.
I'm
Hold
just
on.
saying in general.
1 second. People are saying wash your hands, don't touch your face. But I don't think people understand that people that have the virus, just breathing is the problem.
Well, I'm just repeating what the doctors are saying.
yeah, I'm
I
repeating what doctors are saying too, because it's a respiratory virus, right? If you breathe, you're exhaling it out. So when people say like wash your hands, I mean, yeah, decent hygiene is obviously always a good fucking idea, but you cannot restrict people's fucking air from people breathing.
No,
you
but
can't.
But there's a higher it's about the numbers, and what they're saying for the medical professionals is that there's a higher probability of you touching a common surface like this rail for the subway line that someone has infected,
like an
and
escalator.
it stays on there. You touching it with your bare hands and then touching your eyeballs or touching
But
your mouth.
That same guy, if you're in the train with him, like on a bar train, if he's breathing the same air as you, you're gonna get infected.
But they're saying that there's a higher probability with the touching of surfaces that are unclean for infection than just of the breathing. That's what they're actually saying in the MDs that have done the public health.
Because right now
stuff.
the coronavirus can live on a surface for what, 3 days?
That's-
something
I
like
don't
that.
know.
It's
a
2
long
to 3
lifetime.
days.
It's a long
That's
time.
the part that where they're scrubbing down
Compared to, like,
subways
a
and
flu,
whatnot.
I think a flu stays on the surface for 4 to 6 hours, something like
I'm
that.
not sure.
They're they're scrubbing down New York subways. You know that
Even
those
Bart-
things are dirty.
That's the first time ever.
Bart's fucking
Yeah. I mean, look, everybody wants to be safe.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Sometimes there may be some things that are draconian and a little, maybe even overboard. But if at least for me, if they've done the math and they're saying that they're trying their best to
Basically slow it down.
slow it down a little bit,
Yeah.
even though the numbers are going to go up no matter what, because a lot of people aren't getting tested. A lot of people have traveled all over the fucking planet.
Well, they can't get tested, which is another problem.
Yes.
Yeah, there's problems in the supply chain right now.
Right.
But
So
it is.
I mean,
what
honestly,
it is.
I think that, like I think I said on the last podcast, is that people that are older should be the ones that they should be aiming all the messages to, because
Mm-hmm.
those are the ones that are the most at risk. And I think that most Americans that are fucking this whole like sequence of events has shown me just how fucking stupid America really is. Because when we have people just buying up toilet paper,
I don't-
and shit
I
like
still
that,
don't
I'm just
fucking
like,
get that shit.
why the fuck you buying toilet paper? Like, why are you buying up all toilet paper? Like, doesn't make any. It doesn't make you any healthier.
I don't get
It
it.
doesn't stop the coronavirus from spreading. It doesn't do anything like that.
I think.
Do we have a bias? I'm just putting this out against older people in this case. Like, let's say hypothetically, this virus was more mortal to, let's say, babies between 1 and 8 months. Would we, as a public, be acting differently?
Yeah, I think
Oh
so,
yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Especially with children, we'd be way different
But why?
around the world because usually children, it's harder for them to take care of themselves, especially if they're like, if you leave them, because
that
we're
too, yeah.
we're their caretakers. I mean, yes, maybe the elderly, some of them are able to function without help, some of them are not.
I mean, they got nursing homes. I mean, yeah.
But there are
Yeah,
some
but
like
nursing homes are hotbeds.
Yeah.
well, that's
they
what
are.
I'm saying. But a lot
so
of times,
for instance, my grandmother.
HIV's on the rise in homes.
What?
Grandpa be fucking.
No, any STD is like
STDs
super
are
hot.
on-
It's true.
the rise.
That's
Yeah.
legit.
So,
That's legit.
My grandmother doesn't live in a assisted living area. She's 84, but she lives in an apartment. But she still has the ability to take care of herself. There's other family members that check in with her because she doesn't use a walker or a cane or anything, but she can still drive and whatnot. And there are other people who need assistance at the same age as her. So
But isn't it fucked up though that
What-
we are kind of being like, well, it's just old people that are
no,
dying.
because if that was the case, then we wouldn't be seeing the cancellation of events that we do now.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be seeing worldwide panic as like,
Old-
oh, this affects only this demographic of our people. We're taking precautions to protect them.
I'm not talking about the response, but in terms of people's perceptions and opinions of it. Where
Oh.
people are just like, oh, they're old. You're not going to die unless you're old or whatever.
Oh no,
Well,
we-
I'm not 6 months old. I'm not going to die or
Well-
whatever. But I think if it were to be inversed like that, I think people's perceptions and how people are talking in like Facebook comments are like, oh, it's only 80-year-old people that are dying. Had this been like some sort of baby kind of thing where it's like, oh, your infants are really susceptible to it, I think people would be taking it a lot more serious and be a lot more diligent about what it is that they're doing and not being like, oh, this bullshit, they're canceling this, they're bullshit. There's no
So-
old
Some
people
people are
here.
just people are just dismissive of it in general.
Yeah,
because
there are-
this feels very different from other things that we've been through.
yeah.
In terms of the response, the cancellation, the stock, the market, the global spread of it so quickly, this feels very very much like out of a movie almost.
Almost. I mean, it's funny to me because Contagion, or not Contagion, the Outbreak is available on Netflix now. It wasn't on there before, but now it's on fucking Netflix. It's fucking crazy. But
Akira took place 4 months before the Tokyo Olympics.
yeah.
and that was made, and there was a
84,
global
86,
86,
yeah.
and the global pandemic was going on.
So you're also comparing grown adults who have, for decades, taken care of themselves versus young children who don't really know the world.
But I'm talking about elderly.
Yeah, I'm talking about elderly as well. Those people who have lived on this planet who have been able to take care of themselves before they hit this age. Some of them are still able to take care of themselves. And I think what you're talking about, the perception of this is a little dismissive. Actually, we talked about this last week.
Okay.
Well, a lot of people's perception is like this is a foreign problem. That's what I see a lot of people like. This is obviously not, but a lot of people are saying, I mean, if you look at what's going on with Italy, the news coming out of China.
Fast. Did you notice that?
What?
Yeah.
It switched on you real fast.
I mean, people are.
Did
they're-
some hopscotch, double dutch.
I'm just saying there's a lot of people who view this as like a foreign problem versus
But
this
you
is
said
a-
I was dismissive.
you were talking about how you talked about what you think the perception was.
Okay, we're not going to solve this. You know that.
No.
Don't,
even know
fall
where-
for that void. That rabbit hole. This is going to be a topic even next week, man.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta move on.
we
gonna be dead next week.
All
All
This
I
is like
know,
the first hour of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to a
man.
bank and I'm gonna rob a bank just by coughing on people and be like, I got the virus. Y'all give me this money. I'm gonna cough on you.
So I'm sure a jail is the best place to be when there's a virus going on.
I'm gonna cough on them too.
Let's get to some fun stuff, goddammit. Can we get to some weeb nerd stuff? Come on.
I mean, this is basically the zombie apocalypse. You should be happy about this.
Jesus. All right. Thor 4. What is this bullshit?
Y'all see that Christian Bale is now in the MCU.
Okay. Who's he
What's the-
playing?
It is undisclosed.
I
He has
heard it
not
might
been
be-
disclosed. Will be the villain, but an unnamed villain so far.
I heard a rumor that he could be Adam Warlock.
Yeah,
Who
I put
shouldn't
that
really
out
be a
there.
villain,
I was going to
but,
say that.
I mean,
He's
Man.
been a savior, but
Well, the
Oh.
other thing is, to me, I don't like that only because Adam Warlock should have been involved in the Infinity stuff with Thanos and all that quite a bit.
They had him in the end of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I'm just
that's right. I forgot. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
He was in it.
Well, he's the golden god, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he does become Magus or Magnus, the evil version of himself, where he tries to kill everybody.
Well, you have to show the good version first.
True.
I mean,
we could see both in one film. You never know.
It should definitely be the same person.
It should be.
Because it's like basically like a negative version of himself.
So someone said that he might be like some kind of like X-Men villain that shows up. I was like, wait, what?
I'm not liking that for Thor. Hold on.
Thor?
Yeah, I didn't.
Unless he's an Omega level mutant.
Well, what you can. Here's what I would like. In the Thor trilogy, we still haven't fucking seen any Beta Ray Bill. And
but he's not a villain though.
Well, maybe here's the thing. Maybe he's attacking Thor for some reason and is part of the movie being villainous because he doesn't trust or know Thor, and then he converts. I don't know.
Possibly. I mean, he does have Stormbreaker, and he could give him Stormbreaker, possibly. And since Steve Rogers doesn't need Mjolnir anymore, he can get it back, maybe. But
the fact that we have not seen any hint at Beta Ray Bill in any of the Thor or Avengers movies, that's a weird thing.
That is untrue. There's a monument.
No. Hold on. We saw a statue of a horse-like creature. Right? On Ragnarok,
yes.
we didn't get confirmation that was Beta Ray himself rather than just one of his species. But I hear you.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I suppose. I mean, I didn't really do super research, but a lot of people saying, "Oh, hey, this is where he was at one point, and he could have left at some point," which could give deeper roots to Thor 4. Also, the Guardians of the Galaxy will be involved in this film as well.
That's a huge cast.
It's gonna be a good cast. So hopefully the story works out. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people, but Taika Waititi has been doing pretty good for himself. So we shall see. It's going to be pretty interesting.
We shall see in fucking deed, man.
So I'm excited. I mean, we still got another year before it comes out.
I don't think it's even filming or anything.
No, it's not filming. They're still trying to iron out casting or whatnot. So
what's this million moms against Marvel? Who's protesting?
Nobody give a shit about that million moms.
I mean,
Fuck all them moms.
Damn.
Yeah.
We just had a loving story about a pregnancy delivery.
Hey, just because you gave birth doesn't mean you're a fucking saint.
Damn.
Plenty of cunty ass moms and douchebag ass dads.
Damn.
Let me just bring a truth on this fucking podcast.
Man, all right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yo,
Hit him with that reality.
Am I mistaken?
No, I didn't know. There's some bad moms out there. Okay.
Do I need to retort?
Who are these moms though? Why are they against Marvel?
Y'all haven't heard about this?
No, what is it?
They're boycotting the Eternals because there's a gay relationship in the film.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
Because Selma Hayek is still way too hot.
No, because there's a
She
I
got
guess
hotter.
yeah, oh yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you got to see
bottle
her.
of tequila.
You got to see her live and direct, but there's, I guess, dude on dude like as kissing scene in the film that they found out about. So they launched a campaign against Marvel and Disney to not see this film. They have some kind of manifesto bullshit on Twitter or whatever.
Hold on. Before we even say anything else, we all know that Marvel movies are made for fucking mothers. That's their ideal fucking audience. They're like, you know what? We're gonna make some fucking comic book movies just for the moms.
No, well
That's their ideal audience.
Their ammo is for the kids. Like, we're a
Really?
Christian, yeah, because they're like a Christian base. We don't want our kids to see this.
And they're called Million Moms?
Yeah,
That's
they're
the
called the
group
1 million moms.
Probably like 10 of them.
That's what. Trying to lie about their numbers.
Oh god dang! But yeah, they're
Being
trying
like
to
Trump.
boycott the film because there's going to be a gay couple in the film, and they don't want their kids to see
So
this.
here's the thing, though. I mean, you know, I got fooled by shitty ass Birds of Prey because of fucked up ass Kathy Yan.
God dang!
But
You could have seen me smiling
salty.
watching that on
This
YouTube
make
at
you
home.
happier right here. Look at this.
what you got?
I'm just
Oh
saying.
god
that
dang!
makes
Cities of
happy.
Selma Hayek.
Jesus.
But
Wait,
but,
did she go to Eggplant?
Yes, she
should've.
did.
She should have.
She did. She won.
Now. But shitty ass Birds of Prey fucking hinted at that shit. Oh, we're gonna have gay ass Black Mask and Victor Zaz and whatnot. It's gonna be gay as fuck, and it's rated R. There's gonna be butt fucking in it. None of that fucking happened, man. It was kind of hinted that he was a little effeminate and they were close. But I doubt. I haven't seen any trailer or anything with the Eternals, but I doubt they're going to. the relationship between some guy and some other god guy is going to be the central part of Eternals.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a
of course
shit. Listen, if the central part of Eternals was some dude having a relationship with another guy, I still wouldn't give a shit. I would still bring both my daughters to it and watch the fucking movie. You want to know why? Because what somebody does in their own bedroom in their own private time has no bearing on my fucking life. Unless they're showing literally somebody fucking somebody in the ass, which they're not going to do in fucking Marvel films.
No.
I don't really give a shit. If they happen to hug, maybe even kiss, I don't really give a fuck. Like, people out here are pretending like it's going to affect their lives in some way or like erode society. Listen, people have been gay since like the beginning of humankind. And for somebody to deny that, you're stupid. I don't want to, I almost said the R word, but you're stupid. If you want to believe whatever book you want to believe in from fucking 2,000 years ago, it's bullshit. People have been gay fucking forever.
So I'm on the 1 Million Moms website, and
Oh God, you gave him a click.
I did, but it's fucking bullshit. They have a petition against Disney for, I guess there's a LBGQ character on Upward. There's something regarding PBS kids taking advantage of parents' trust. This is some dumb fucking shit. Like this, I wanted to see how many people were part of this group because I want to say is it really 1 million moms, but it's not.
And I will say this, not that I'm defending them.
It was a same-sex kiss is what they were complaining about. Just a kiss.
Yeah, just a kiss.
Not that I'm defending them at all, but I will say, free country, if you don't want to go to this movie for your ridiculous, stupid-ass fucking reasons, you have the right to do so.
Yeah, it's
but
like,
you're dumb.
It's like me. Listen, I don't like keeping up the Kardashians or the Kardashians in general. Am I going to make a fucking change.org fucking thing about not watching that? No. If you want to watch that and be fucking stupid, feel fucking free. Yeah. But I'm not going to waste my goddamn time or your time and try to boycott and get you to boycott a film that I happen to not like.
Haven't even seen the trailer.
Yeah.
There's no. Are there posters out for it even yet?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Right?
There's like a.
It's like, is there a teaser?
Oh no.
So I'm checking out
got
their
1 million fans.
Yeah, I'm checking out their Twitter. They have 4,815 followers right now, and they've been around since February 2010. That's fucking 10.
Y'all need to change your fucking name. Y'all ain't on no million.
That's 4,000 moms.
Yeah. God damn,
And
that's
some
fucking
trolls.
sad.
Less
probably-
than 100 each state.
It's probably 3,000 moms and some trolls.
God damn.
Yeah.
I can't believe they took up a part of our airspace.
Actually, I'm glad because we just shit all over them.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
it's funny.
They're probably like that. They don't like gay sex, but like getting shitted on.
So their whole slogan is
Coronavirus.
It's all moms. Are you fed up with trash on today's media?
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Go
Solution,
outside.
Turn it off.
How about you watch your kids?
Ooh. Bad parenting. I love it.
How about you be a mom?
And I hope if your kid is gay, still love them. You fucking cunts.
Don't kick them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stitch, what's going on with your boy Spider-Man? He had a movie, right? Did you see it?
Wait, which one?
Didn't he have? Wasn't he in a Pixar movie? Wasn't he the voice actor?
Oh,
And Star-Lord?
what was it called?
Onward?
Onward. I mean, I didn't watch it or whatever. I mean, from what I think I read, it was maybe the lowest Pixar rated movie, money made. I mean, supposedly, I guess it did good in the box office, but I guess by Pixar standards, it was the lowest or whatever. But I mean,
What movie?
This
Onward.
is Onward?
Don't want the trolls.
Oh, I want to see that.
I haven't. I mean, obviously, I've been busy, so I haven't got a chance to go to any movies or whatever.
Well, then you also
that's the
gotta
only
take-
thing I saw about it. I don't even remember seeing any trailers. I've been sort of cut off.
I
You
predict.
kind of got to take into account that like people aren't really going to movie theaters either, so
Yeah.
that probably helped ruin their numbers.
I want to predict two things. Every movie that's going to come out in the next like 3 months is going to be very low. And my second thing is that we're going to have real shitty movies next year, or every single movie that's going to be put out next year or the year prior next to that are going to be pushed back.
Be a good time to make some good video games.
There you go.
Xbox.
Well, actually, I don't even think you can make good video games right now.
Oh, it takes longer than.
Yeah, it takes way longer.
Way
It takes,
longer.
like,
That-
years.
Or release some good video.
So I mean, what were the numbers though? I mean,
Let me look. But yeah, the Onward. I think they got kind of fucked.
I I fuck with Pixar heavy. Usually Pixar knocks it out of the fucking box.
I don't
you
even.
know?
I might have seen a trailer maybe, but I don't really.
I've seen a few trailers.
To me, it looked good. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's about some troll kids who.
Whoa. Oh, hold on. Actually,
50 million, 46 million.
74
Well, I
million
mean,
world-wide.
I guess
That's not that bad.
compared to Pixar.
So it did better than Birds of
movies.
Prey.
That's
Oh,
yeah, it's
of
not that bad.
course. course
I
it did
feel
better.
like I feel like that's lower than for worldwide.
Well, I mean,
Almost
from
100
what
million.
I had read, I don't know what it, but supposedly, I mean, that number doesn't look too bad, but compared to other Pixar movies,
Well, yeah, you're right.
that's
But
what it kind of didn't do as well.
It released 4 days ago, which is in the midst of the fucking coronavirus.
Yeah.
So that's actually, to me, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, almost 100 million opening weekend worldwide. That's not.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
mean,
that bad.
since-
Don't get me wrong. I mean, people listen to the podcast are like, "What the fuck?" When other movies come out and it's this low. Yeah, I totally understand your fucking argument, but you have to remember, the coronavirus has like shut down a lot of shit. People aren't going fucking anywhere.
You can't watch
Yeah.
a movie in Italy right now.
Yeah.
Literally.
Or probably China.
Yeah.
Or
South Korea? Yeah.
yeah, a lot of
So,
places.
so it seems like we're all of the same mind that like things like Mulan and whatnot are going to suffer as well.
Oh yeah, that's
Did I
what I'm
miss
saying.
that? Did you guys talk about the live action Mulan thing last
We
week?
did a little bit,
Okay.
yeah.
So first of all, nobody's
Okay.
gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah.
Because where the fuck is Mushu? He ain't
Li
in that
Shang,
shit. Yeah, Li Shang. I mean, just
the music.
I'm gonna watch it because Mulan looks hot as fuck.
this
Oh,
might,
there you go.
Hold on. This might be the only time a male podcast has complained about a movie not being a musical.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
God
seriously.
dang.
But the songs were so that fucking good. They were
like,
really good. I'll make a man out of you.
A man worth fighting,
Yeah.
worth
What are we
fighting for, or
for?
whatever.
Girl?
Yeah.
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 That shit was good,
Well,
man.
we all
Oh my
fucking
Look,
know.
I got young kids, and we
I was
watch
about to
that
say,
shit on loop.
I can,
Okay.
yeah. I'd be doing random ass sing songs around the house, just like I'm doing musicals, just holding the
So-
baby, trying not to get her to keep from
One of the
crying.
best parts, and all three of us have daughters. One of the best parts with daughters is, watching some some cartoony Disney or whatever movies that
Oh, yeah.
with some songs, and they get into it, they love it, they're singing the song, you start singing it, you know what I mean?
Y'all watching My Little Pony and whatnot up here
Look,
arguing.
My Little Pony's better than y'all fucking remember. That new version is not
Hold the
bad.
fuck
No, hold on. There's
yes,
a-
it is.
there's
really?
a-
I'm
so-
saying.
hold on. There's a
right?
It is.
The new version
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
not to
say.
be slept on.
The new movie. Listen, me and my oldest daughter, because my youngest daughter, she wanted to watch My Little Pony.
Yep.
And I was like, this new movie came out, and I watched it, and I was like, my oldest daughter, who's like, she's fucking edgy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she's a cool ass daughter, but she's like,
this too weak for me.
she's like, yeah, she's like, fuck
Some
My
baby
Little Pony.
shit.
Yeah.
Basically, if she could have said fuck in front of me, she'd have been like, fuck My Little Pony. I was
Yeah.
like, listen, let's just sit here and watch it.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh shit!" Like this,
fucking
she didn't say
good.
shit either. She was like, "Oh, this is good."
Yep.
It was like, seriously, like any man, woman, child, watched the My Little Pony movie that came out like I think it was like a couple years ago. It was really fucking good. They had fucking fight scenes and like bad fucking unicorns and shit.
Comedy.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
My daughter kept saying, and I think I talked about it on the podcast, Rainbow Dash. She was like, "Oh, Dad, she's faster than the Flash." Man. You know what I mean? And I was like,
Who was the dark one? It was like Emily Blunt's character, I think.
Yeah.
But she had like a broken fucking horn, and she was like a badass.
It ain't a bad movie, and it ain't a bad series. Like
Yeah.
I watched it. I
So-
watched it with my daughter.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the new ones compared to the 80s stuff. The 80s stuff. I
Yeah,
think, was
everything's
a little
better
weak.
now.
Yeah.
This Voltron was better than
way,
the 80s one.
Yeah, the
This-
80s one was convoluted.
Well,
this
no,
one's way better.
The best part about the My Little Pony thing today is that I was watching the old like the Toys That Made Us,
Yeah.
and I didn't like at the time I watched it, I didn't get it, but there's a woman that's in there, and she used to play with My Little Ponies when she was a
Yep.
kid, and so she made up all these stories about the My Little Ponies, and that's the person who made the fucking new movies and series.
And she's brilliant.
Yeah, she's like
She gets it.
She's all, I wish I could bring up her name, but she was like, she made me like invest in like actually watching the movie and these characters.
Yep.
Because she made them all into like these characters that you give a shit about.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, it's not bad. You have to have a young kid probably to get your foot in the door, but it ain't a bad
I
series.
can watch it
man.
anyway. Be a fucking be a brony.
Yeah, there you
watching
go.
Powerpuff Girls and everything. It's
I used
fun.
to, yeah.
Yeah,
Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff is-
the old one
Yeah.
was solid. The new one,
I haven't seen the new one,
I'm
but they have
gonna
the.
progress through the new one, but what I realized, and it's because we love the comics and everything. The X-Men TV show doesn't hold up as good as I recall. Like in terms of at the time, yeah, it was great because that's
Yeah.
what we had. But
Yep.
watching it now, I'm like, this is kind of cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like.
But you know what? The Evolution one or Wolverine and the X-Men, those
Yeah.
are better. Those are a
Yeah,
little bit more
yeah,
modern.
yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna go back and watch those before I put like a hot take out there saying that X-Men Evolution was better than than
Than the
than
90s.
the 90s
That's a
one.
hot take.
But I'm gonna rewatch it and do my own analysis on it.
X-Men Evolution introduces X-23.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's our first introduction to
It was
it.
all good. And Wolverine X-Men was really good as well.
Like I went back and watched Batman animated series. There's some episodes it's like, oh wow, they couldn't get away with that shit now.
You know what was funny though with that one? My kids thought the pacing was just too fucking slow for them with
Yes.
Batman the animated series, but then Batman Beyond, they fucking
yeah.
went crazy for it. That was right there at speed and whatnot. They were like, "This is Batman with Iron Man tech and shit." You know, they loved it. Anyway, the kids are fun. You know. Speaking of cartoons, goddammit, I'm elbow deep, not knee deep, up in this Castlevania.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't started yet.
Oh, okay, we
Don't
won't
spoil
spoil.
it, I'm
We won't
sorry.
spoil. We won't spoil.
I've been trying to
Man.
all right, so listen, this is the reason why I'm kind of behind on shit, is because K-Mac, she was going through school again. And so when she goes to school, like I'm like behind on like most things that I normally watch.
Gotcha.
But Castlevania I need to make more a priority because she doesn't watch Castlevania.
Yeah.
So I need to watch that. But I was trying to like also watch Hunters, which she doesn't watch.
Oh, yeah.
I need to watch
Okay.
Hunters.
And Hunters is like, that's an hour fucking. The
Yeah.
first episode was like an hour and a half.
Yep.
It's an investment in time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So but I'm going to get on Castlevania next week.
Yeah, and it's a 10-episode season, and I haven't finished it either. But
It's
Oh, I
fucking
finished
good.
it. And it was
I'm like 4 episodes in.
you like that JoJo reference?
fuck
Yeah,
reference.
you know
Some
what I'm talking
bullshit.
about.
No, I don't. Because
You really
it's
do.
bullshit.
That's
I
all right.
don't.
That's
All
all
I
right.
know is shit pops off this season on Castlevania. I wasn't ready. Shit goes fucking crazy.
Sam Dietz put his whole foot up in this.
Oh my god.
We
It
get
was
him back.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
we gotta get him.
It was so. I wasn't ready. I will say this. Towards the end, I was definitely not ready.
They upped the violence.
Yeah, they did.
I feel like they kind of slow it. I think the violence is still on par until you get to the end, and then
shit.
things go fucking crazy. And they literally have an episode where fuck them kids and hoes be lying all in one episode. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
I will only say this: there are brand new vamps that you are gonna love, hate, and fucking be turned on by.
That one black that
You ain't got nothing to say
I
on that.
yeah, I can't
say
I
nothing.
can't say nothing. I'm thinking.
Go ahead.
what
Go
am I-
ahead.
the one black guy from the last season.
Isaac,
Isaac, yeah, he's fucking shit up. Like
he's fucking interesting.
he's
Yeah.
great though. Like I want to see like a side story of him because you know he's going through some shit, but he's like
The
he
black guy,
got
right?
no
Yeah.
fucks. Yeah.
and a devout former Muslim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he mentions something about that, but he has like his religion now is Dracula.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I was a former, but
he
still.
talks about. I mean, he has a way more interesting arc this season because in the last season you meet him towards like the middle or the end or whatever.
Yep.
This one he's kind of lost and he kind of searches for purpose.
Shit, you got to get on this one too. Like, just start it from the beginning. The first season is only four episodes.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah,
but it's
I've-
super dang.
I plan on
really
Hunters is next on my queue list to check out and everything. So when I can't play games or whatever because baby's moving around, then I put in something on Netflix and try to watch that. I forget what.
Yeah,
the
you
most
can
recent thing I
you
watched
can
was.
bang out Castlevania in like
Okay.
2 days.
Yeah, you can't watch Hunter with Storm.
Yeah.
She gonna grow up twisted.
Oh yeah! Holy Jesus Christ! Like shit is so fucked up with Hunters. Like when they explain why, like the Al Pacino character, why him and like the grandmother weren't together.
Oh, I don't think I've gotten
God,
that far.
fucking damn!
So you've finished it.
I haven't finished it, but I'm
Oh.
like at a point to where just like the Nazis that have like made their move, and then they have to explain some shit. I'm just like, man,
Interesting.
I can understand why it has low ratings because it's like it's very difficult content to like.
Yeah.
Are these the same kind of folks who, with Watchmen, thought that it was too real for them initially?
Possibly,
Yeah,
but-
possibly. Yeah, same kind of
Okay.
people. But it's like this is even worse than like. I don't want to say it's worse. Actually, yeah, the content is more difficult to consume than the Watchmen. So with the Watchmen, when in the very beginning, right, it was very difficult for a lot of people to watch because they didn't understand that shit really happened.
Yep.
All right, but it was only in the beginning.
Yeah.
In almost every episode of Hunters, there is content that is just real graphic and just real fucked up. And just like watching what the Jews went through, I was just like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Do they have flashbacks almost every episode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
It literally starts with the flashback almost every time. If it doesn't start with one, there's one in the middle. Always, definitely. Because it's basically like when they're hunting a Nazi, you get to see what they did in the camp and why they're hunting them and what they're known for. Because so far, each Nazi has like a nickname.
Yeah.
So they like hunt them down, call them by their name, and basically try to get them to reveal themselves.
Wow.
So it's like it's pretty interesting.
Did they did that thing where they just dropped it the whole season, right?
Yeah, it's, I mean,
Yeah,
it's Amazon.
yeah.
Then Amazon, Netflix know what's up. You drop
I
you drop
love
all
that.
your shit at once. Get to go. Just like you bust your load.
Yeah.
You, know, you don't bust fucking 20,000 sperm. You bust fucking on 1 million.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Just saying.
1 million sperm.
Let them figure it out.
God damn. Yeah,
since-
so I'm gonna catch up on that.
Since we're still talking about animation, or anime, or cartoons.
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, Harley Quinn got picked up for a season 2, and it's gonna come out April 3rd.
That's right around the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never seen that before, where a show like I think it literally just ended like last month, and
I mean,
already they have a season 2 coming out.
I mean, it been got
Oh,
picked up.
yeah.
Well, not that it got picked up, but like season 2's already coming out, which is fucking
That
crazy.
means they
they
made
already
the whole
made
thing.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It already got
Crazy.
greenlit like way
Yeah,
back in the day.
yeah.
They knew it was a
Fuck outta
hit.
here.
The
I mean,
first
even if you
season-
hire every fucking Korean in Korea,
Yeah.
you would get made that fucking fast.
But they've already dropped like clips from the first episode of season 2, and it's a scene with Harley Quinn versus the Penguin.
Yeah.
And she literally bites his motherfucking nose. Like she's encased in ice. She can't move her fucking hand. She can move one hand, and he grabs her bat and like throws it on the ground. And he goes in and talking shit, and she fucking bites off his fucking nose.
Dude, it sounds really to me like they should have just made the Harley Quinn animated series a fucking movie and then scrapped Birds of Prey.
They sure should have.
Yeah,
They would have.
Sure,
It sounds
they
like they
should've,
would have made more
dude.
money and had more fans.
But
yeah, I
it
guess
has
gotta watch
it has a lot of characters, so it'll been. I mean, they would have to have Batman and Joker because they are central figures in the story.
Oh, wait. So you're saying in Gotham with Harley Quinn, Batman and Joker need to be around?
Oh yeah.
Oh, imagine that, Kathy fucking Yam.
Damn, she didn't write the damn. Oh, so
No,
they,
Wait, is Poison Ivy in the Emancipation of Harley Quinn?
Fuck
No,
no.
she's not.
No. Why would
Dude,
they
she's
make
like-
sense?
Like if anybody they could have had in that movie, they should have had Poison Ivy, just because
Yeah, no shit.
she's the one that helps Ivy get away from Joker.
There's
really.
more fan fiction with Harley and real comics
Yeah.
with Harley and Ivy than there is any other characters. So.
with her and the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
So they casted what's her Sanaa Lathan as the Catwoman.
Oh, is this
Son-
for
Son
the
of Dawn, the girl from fucking
Alien vs
Blade?
Predator?
Yeah, from Blade.
From
Yeah,
Blade,
she's
bitch.
from Blade.
Blade.
I mean,
Black-
she was the lead in Alien vs Predator, though.
Was she?
I think she is.
Did anybody
yeah.
even watch that shit?
I did.
I know her from fucking
unfortunately.
The one where they went to Antarctica.
Yes, she
Oh,
is. She's
yeah,
in that
she
too.
was.
She
yeah.
was like the lead character.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I know her
Same
from-
person.
I know her from Blade.
Yeah, she's in
I'm
Blade.
just-
Was she the doctor chick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And from Love and Basketball.
Oh, yeah, her. She's Catwoman. Or she's the voice of Catwoman
Okay.
in season 2 of Harley Quinn.
Oh, and the voice of it.
Listen,
Okay.
America, don't get mad that it's a black Catwoman. Just
Yeah,
stop it.
just-
It happened in the 60s, goddammit. You know?
Yeah, Earth the Kid?
Yeah,
Wait, she was
that's-
in Love and Basketball?
Yeah,
She was
she's
the main
she's the main
female
chick.
lead.
Oh, I thought it was what's that chick's name? Not Rosie O'Dawson, but the other black chick. Shit.
Rosario's
Puerto
Uh,
Rican.
Puerto
She's like
Rican.
Puerto Rican.
Puerto
Yeah,
Rican.
Rosie Perez.
Shut
No,
the fuck up. Rosario Dawson is fucking fine.
Ah.
The I thought it was a chick from from Bad Boys that would play.
Oh, Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, I thought she was in that.
Nah.
Oh no, that she was in a cheerleading movie.
Oh, holy shit. First of all, I forgot to even say this like on the last podcast. I watched the latest Bad Boys. Holy
Bad
shit.
Boys
yeah.
3.
It was fucking good.
It
Yeah.
was. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I was
I was like,
surprised.
holy
I was
shit.
surprised as fuck. I was like, wait, what? There's plot and story and
Yeah,
shit.
it
Like,
was
what the
really
fuck?
good.
You can get past the chin.
What's up?
You can get past Martin's chin.
Yeah, I got it right. Yeah,
Yeah, you get around that.
He's a fat guy.
He's old, and,
David-
and they showed in the film. He's just like, I'm slow and shit now, so I can't do this shit.
What if one like Will Smith with like him using his fucking hair dye? Because they're all using fucking hair dye. Get the fuck out of here. Like Will Smith, he has gray hair.
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
Yeah, just like me and Prodigy and everybody
I
else. on
got
the podcast.
gray hair.
You know, we have gray hair, and it's just like people that dye their. But when Will Smith dyes his hair, it looks natural-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like when like Nicolas Cage dyes his hair. looks fake as
Yeah, it
fuck.
looks bad.
You know,
Looks real
like
bad.
men in general, just stop dyeing your hair.
Yeah,
shit,
it's
Like,
it's funny because in the film they make it. There's a huge
Yeah.
segment about them doing it. He's all, I know you dye your beard. He's all, what you talking about? I don't do that. Yeah, you do. I know that color you use on your face.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. And then they show him with like a gray beard. It's,
Yeah.
it's hilarious. And
Just
then-
for men.
yeah, I forgot it's like they even have a name for the color. It's fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
I forgot the name. It was like
It's fucking
Cosmic some
stupid.
shit.
Yeah, it's some hella stupid, but it's hilarious in the fucking film. But it works though.
This is like just a shout out to all men. Stop dyeing your fucking hair.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
I'm about to dye my shit
Fucking
tonight.
stop it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Let it
what's
go.
next? You're gonna fucking elongate your fucking eyelashes?
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Even ladies, stop it.
No, they
Like-
buy fake ones.
The face paint, the fucking dyeing the hair, the fucking. This is the problem with like when women say that, you know, oh well, there's unrealistic, you know, expectations for women. It's like, well then stop fucking wearing makeup and dyeing your hair.
It's
'Cause
usually.
then I wouldn't.
I was just gonna say it's usually other women set like
Yeah.
the beauty industry
Yeah.
is mostly, not to stereotype, but mostly gay men and women.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot of straight dudes deciding the
No.
beauty industry.
Yeah, like I tell, you know, my girlfriend all the time, like, just, I don't care if you dye your hair. Like, if you're gray, I don't give, like, I'm in my fucking 40s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she's right behind me. Like, I don't give a shit about the gray hair. Like, I love you, and this is the way you naturally look. I don't need the makeup. I don't need the hair dye. I don't need any of that shit.
Look
Like,
at Keanu.
Yeah.
His old lady or his new girlfriend, gray hair, and he's like, "Fuck everybody. This is my girl."
that's the way you're supposed to look.
You know.
And I don't give a shit about, you know, the way I look. I try to naturally look, I guess, as like not as old as possible, but at the same time, I'm not fucking getting hair dye. I'm not gonna wear a fucking wig. I'm not getting fucking hair implants. I'm losing my hair. I don't give a shit. You know, I cut my hair, but I'm not hiding my grays or my age. Like, you're as old as you are. Like, you're not fooling anybody.
Except for vampires.
No, definitely not vampires. Holy shit, could you imagine if vampires were real? They'd be so fucking angry.
Uh-huh.
If they saw some chick and they were like really old, they looked young, and like, what the fuck is all this bullshit?
Did you check out any interspecies reviewers? God damn it!
Not yet.
God.
Oh man, because I will say, in that series, they do get into. I mean, they get into everything, but
I
the
heard
whole
they had,
thing
like,
of would you bang someone this age, whether they're a fairy or whether they're human or a demon girl?
There's
Also,
too
there
many
was
of
a
them.
trans one too, wasn't there recently? With like, it was like a lady boy. It
Well,
was like, oh,
one-
a boy.
Well, right from the
Yeah.
beginning, there's a
It's an angel.
hermaphrodite angel,
Yeah.
Krim, who lets them know, like, because they were going to fuck the shit out of him. And then he was just like, hey, look at the bulge, man. Look at the bulge. And then he does this inner monologue. He's just like, good thing they don't know I got a fucking twat, too.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, this shit is on another level of funny, man.
So yeah, none of his squad knows that he has both parts. But when he goes to brothels or whatnot, all the women of the night, they're like, oh, I've never seen this before.
Suck you girls, say it right.
Suck you by.
Suck
They're
you girls.
Suck you by. But they're just like,
They say it on the show what they're called, but go
yeah,
ahead.
because they say suck
Go
you
off.
by girls, but
They say suck you girls, but are
yeah,
this
yeah.
motherfucker
Anyway.
won't say it. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say it.
He's being dismissive.
He really
Yeah,
is.
I'm being dismissive.
I mean,
But
listen,
still-
old Ninja's old as fuck. He's trying to keep it classy.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep it totally like, you know, he's keeping it BC when it should be AD.
Yeah, so it's just weird because like they don't out his secret
No.
or whatever, but he keeps it on the low or whatever.
Well, to me, one of the funniest, I know we talk about this every week, but one of the funniest things was him going to that brothel with the fairy, like the tiny little fairies, like the Tinkerbell ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And they measure your fucking dick. Because
I
they're
saw
like,
that
hey,
stuff.
we can't handle, like, normal girth, and we're going to have to rule some fairy girls out. You know what I mean? And so with Stunk, he can only have, like, two choices, like a really big fucking fairy.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? Zell, he gets a wide choice because he has a smaller fucking dick. Motherfucking Krim is packing. This motherfucker, they were like, no, you can't do any fucking of these
Yeah.
berries. Too fucking buku, too much fucking dick.
Get the fuck up out of here.
What's funny is like the largest fairy is like the size of a toddler.
Yeah, man. And everybody's just like, holy shit, how much fucking dick are you packing that none of the fairies are on the fucking books for you?
God
It's
damn.
all bad. Yeah.
Anyway, it's
All right, I gotta get in.
just watch this show, man.
This show's fucking. It's kind. I haven't seen. There's 9 episodes now because the latest one just dropped, which I haven't seen. Because I've
I haven't
actually
seen
been-
9 either.
Yeah, I've seen all of them up to the current one.
I wonder what channel it like. Does it come on at night in
Pornhub.
Japan?
No, it just gets uploaded.
Pornhub,
to-
Kiss
no,
Me
man,
Anime.
I'm talking about in Japan. Like, where is it?
There
aired
is
in
a
Japan?
channel. There is a
There's-
channel
yeah,
over there.
there's
It's
a
a
station
premium.
out
It's a
there.
premium anime
Oh,
channel
okay.
in Japan.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, because I've been in Japan and they don't show shit like that on regular TV.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Well, it's just like you
Comes
don't
on right
watch,
after Sesame Street.
well, yeah, it's just like here you don't watch porn
Yeah,
on normal TV.
that's true.
Even Skinamax wasn't really porn. You know? I mean, it was close. When you were young, it was basically porn.
Hell yeah,
You
scrambled
was, you
titties.
was definitely bussing. But
Shit,
I mean,
X-Men,
porn
regular
was way
X-Men
better.
was porn. Goddamn.
What is this-
Rogue?
What's this? Reggie, the Nintendo guy. He's going to GameStop.
Reggie
Yeah.
Fils-Aimé.
Yeah.
He's trying to save
GameStop.
Save GameStop like he
Sink
saved
a ship.
Nintendo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This dude is better have a cape on.
He's gonna be Captain Saberho.
He
Do
pretty
it.
much what he spent 20 years at Nintendo or more.
I think even more, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been more.
So you know what's weird to me is that one of the things that really anger me about nerd culture is when I hear gamers, quote unquote gamers, and they're angry with GameStop. And I'm like, why are you mad at GameStop? Can you break it down for me? Oh, they bought up like some other company that I used to. I mean, listen, I used to work in software, etc. That's how old I am.
I remember that.
All right.
EB.
Yeah, like I worked as an adult at software, etc. All right, I was going to high school, but I was an adult. But yeah, and people get mad because they bought out some company that they worked for back. I think most kids today, they have no claim to being mad at GameStop.
Well, the only one I've heard, and it depends on your income level, but when they do cheat you with the trade-ins.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
don't
That's
trade
the
'em
only.
in.
Yeah.
business.
I mean,
Well, the same
trade 'em in.
thing if you were selling a car. Like,
Yeah.
you go to,
Of
like,
course.
Will.
It's so stupid.
Pawn shops. same
Yeah,
thing.
something
pawn
like
shops
that.
do the same. Yeah.
Yeah. But, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like GameStop is probably one of the best places to buy games just because they have, like, the whole midnight launch and you can, like, pre-order. And, like, Best Buy and stuff does it too, but
Not all
GameStop
of
just kind of does it better.
Well, and just beyond those obvious, really great benefits, is that what other chain gaming store can you go to, or just any place where you can buy a fucking video game? Can you have any sort of high chance probability of talking to the person that you're buying the game from and have a real gaming conversation with them with? Like, hey, I'm looking for like an RPG that's a JRPG. Like, what's good that's coming out right now?
Yeah.
If you go to a fucking Best Buy, they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Here's our game selection. How
Yeah.
about it?
Here.
How about a new PS4?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Like, it is so incredibly rare that a store like this even exists, and for gamers to like sit there and be angry that it exists and then cheer them to fucking go down. It's like, listen, when we were growing up, like, game stores were extremely rare.
Yeah.
Extremely rare. Like, I remember going to Knight's Video in Newark. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That mom and pa ones.
Yeah, that's mom and
Mom and
pop
pop.
shops. And I understand that GameStop might have put mom and pop shops, some like a lot of them, out of business, but at the same time, they still serve a purpose to where a lot of kids probably wouldn't have had a chance to like buy games. And I think people are just like this weird like nerd culture where they want to be angry with any kind of corporation. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. I will say this. I think you've also seen, especially with this gen, way more digital purchases. And I think that that's part of it too. Like, a lot of people do their purchases only online for a lot of their games, even pre-ordering.
Yes, and these are people that don't understand how technology works. If you ever notice, if you watch the podcast, I'm just gonna reach just slightly over to my left here. If you're watching here, these are just 3 games I just randomly picked up. These are physical copies of games. This is like what, Nier Automata, Outer Worlds, and God of War. All right, I don't hardly buy shit digitally. Like, the only time I get digital games is either an indie game that's not in physical format, or I get it through PSN Plus. That is it. And if you're ever wondering why, is because at some point in time, the servers that hold the DRM key for all my digital games are going to go down. And people that are living today that are like younger, they don't understand that because they're living in an age to where everything is, all the DRM servers are still up.
In the cloud.
Yeah, but at some point in time, those servers will go down, and all the shit that you bought digitally will stop working.
And you won't
100%.
it won't be of any value.
Yeah. It's zero value because you don't own those games.
Yeah.
You don't. My physical copies, I still own them.
And you got taken into account too, like say, who made who's maker of Game of War or God of War?
Santa Monica.
Santa Monica
Monica.
Studios.
So let's say Santa
Yeah.
Monica Studio goes under, and like they decide to pull all their content off of the PlayStation Network,
It happens.
and that all the games you paid for are fucking gone.
We almost just saw this with Telltale, because they went under, and even though like different studios came in to resurrect their projects, we almost lost like
Oh yeah.
stuff coming up. I think even not very recently, but if you had the original copy of Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, there's a DLC you could only get for a limited time. Once the company that made that, they stopped producing that, they stopped giving access to that DLC.
Yeah.
So if you did not buy it at that certain time, you would never ever get that again.
Yeah, this is in recent history. Look at the Halo 1 servers on the Xbox One. Like the original Xbox. Can you still play on there? No. You can't. They shut the servers down.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, for the online stuff.
Yeah. Shut it all down. If you look at this is what opened my eyes for me personally. I used to own a lot of music on the Xbox Music. Not Xbox.
Zune?
The Zune Music, which went to Xbox Music or whatever. But they shut those DRM servers down, and all the money that I spent on music, it all went away.
Gone.
All of it went away. Probably hundreds of dollars down the drain. And
Shit.
can I get any of it back? No, there's no
Nope.
recourse for that.
Nope.
So all the games that you have on your hard drive, and you don't have the physical copy of, and the DRM servers go down, it's worthless, and you have no recourse to get that shit back.
There you
So
go.
keep that shit in mind when you keep talking shit about a GameStop and physical media and buying our shit in digital. Digital is convenient, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it is dependent on a service that you assume is going to last fucking forever,
Yeah.
which it is not. I can guarantee you is not. I can guarantee you right now, even like there are PS3 games that are just falling off the map
Oh, yeah.
right now. The servers
Vita,
getting shut
yeah.
down, and you have no access to the online play, and eventually you're not going to have access to the digital play.
Oh, perfect
So-
example. Fucking Evolve.
Yeah,
Evolve
man, that was
shut down.
quick. That
yeah.
was this gen.
Yeah, and that everything shut down. That and Battleborn. If you bought
Yep.
that shit, you can't play that. All them servers shut down.
That was
People
a
are
terrible game though.
people are talking about the was it the Vita?
Yeah.
So if you're playing certain games on the Vita, it's very, very possible in the next year or two, if you're playing like any of those MMOs or JRPGs or whatnot, and they have an online component, that shit might go away, and you'll be stuck not being able to. I don't know if you can download digital shit on the the Vita.
Well, yeah,
but
but that's a problem though.
yeah,
That
but
people
if that goes away, you're fucked.
The video
people
you only
don't-
can play digitally, right?
No, you can. They have
hard
little.
copies?
They have
yeah,
hard
yeah.
copies
But
too.
people don't understand like the way the DRM works. The digital rights management, the only way that it can possibly work is for them to verify your purchase on a server.
Mm-hmm.
And if that server goes down, your data is worthless.
Yeah, whatever you're playing
It
is
just
locked.
It won't work anymore.
Yeah.
Who played this Final Fantasy fucking
Holy
demo?
shit, I did. God damn.
I was supposed to play it, but
Anybody
fuck, I
else?
got out of
I
town.
actually played this. I've never done any Final Fantasies. I dipped my fucking dick in a little bit. The pussy is wet.
Oh
You
my!
know what
How
I
long?
mean?
How long was the gameplay?
Oh my
I only
God.
played for like 2 hours or so. But it,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
2
pretty fucking
hours?
good.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I beat it in like 30 minutes.
Oh really? Dude, I was touring around a lot though. I couldn't get used to the controls.
You need to play more JRPGs, bro.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never played a PR.
Only 30 minutes?
JRPG.
I beat it.
You were like
fairly-
going right for it, huh?
Well, I mean, I knew where shit was supposed to be.
Oh yeah, this was all new to me.
Like vaguely. Maybe it's probably more than 30 minutes. It was maybe a couple hours.
Yeah.
But I beat it I beat it in like a night.
It's
It's like this is what happened. I was playing it and I was like, all right, I'm done. And I was like, probably a good place to stop. And then I got up in the morning. I went to go play it, and I was literally in the cutscene of the end.
Oh yeah,
And I was like, okay, well, fuck.
I mean, here's the thing that people have always said about it: great voice acting and music and cutscenes, and the graphics are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Check, check, check. At least for this demo that I was playing, I was sold, and I was a little skeptical because I had never experienced it. I was like, you know what? They're gonna get my money.
Well, and I think for a lot of gamers that are not used to RPGs, this is a great way to bring
Gateway drug.
yeah, like to bring them into like especially JRPGs because it's like JRPG light because it's basically it's active until you decide to like use a spell or a certain like move.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people that's gonna work very well if you're
Yeah.
like used to like action.
I liked switching back and forth between the hilarious
Barrett and Cloud?
yeah, black shooter
Machine gun,
marksman
Barrett.
All right, and then obviously the Cloud dude with his fucking giant ass berserk wannabe sword. That was good.
There's like a voice in my mind. I'm like, why are you so fucking stupid on all these names?
I don't know any of these names.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just like,
these are all brand new
and I
characters.
can guarantee you, listeners that are listening to this are gonna be fucking angry. They're like throwing shit right now.
Really?
You don't know the names of these characters.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, no,
I mean, let me play the game.
Well, no, it's funny because back on the PlayStation, it was a PlayStation 1 or 2 one, right? It came out on one. You got to name the characters. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, they were like, oh, hey, I'm such and such, and then you pause and you get to pick the name. And like, I forgot. I mean, I remember their names, but like, I had named them friends' names. Like, I was fucking Cloud and my friends. Like, I think Cronus was what's her name, and dude, it was good fucking game back then. Be able to name their characters and shit. Except my girlfriend fucking died. And
There you go.
No, don't talk about that. That's like, holy shit. This is gonna be a whole new generation of people crying over like this game.
what's her name?
Don't even say it. Don't say it. Don't even say it. This is like, don't spoil it for like people that are
Man, it's
listening
been
to this
like
and never played the game.
25
Yeah,
years. in a
It's gonna be
row.
new to a whole bunch of It's just like with Resident Evil from last year.
I can guarantee you there's going to be a whole generation of weebs crying over this game.
There you go.
Like, what the fuck? This game is terrible. Why this person die?
I'm trying to see when the first one came out.
It was like
It came out
1998.
1997 came out.
7, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
20 years ago, goddamn.
I think the last JRPG game I played was Final Fantasy Crisis Core on the
really?
PSP.
Holy shit.
Dude, that game was fucking good, and it actually crosses
I have that one
over.
too, yeah.
It crosses over with Final Fantasy 7. Like, there's
Yeah.
scenes where like they kind of jump into Final Fantasy 7's lore, and like you find out like Cloud wasn't really fucking there. Like,
Yeah.
it was this other fucking dude that actually owned Cloud's sword, and when the guy died, he kind of gave it to Cloud, and Cloud became a fucking badass after that.
So everybody that plays this game that has never played a Final Fantasy game or JRPG, this is not the best Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
It's Final Fantasy 6. All right? It's not fucking 7. Anybody that says that, you can fight me, and I'll fucking kick your ass. I'm just saying.
Didn't Echo Kellum disagree? Didn't we
yeah.
have an interview and you
Yeah,
guys
he
got
did,
to it
yes.
on that?
And I will fight him too. I will fight Echo Kellum. But like, listen, play this game and tell me how fucking 7 is better. I don't think he actually played 6. That's the main problem, is that most people that played 7 never played 6, didn't realize that it even existed, because in America it was called Final Fantasy 3.
Gotcha.
It's a much better storyline, much better story just in general. But the 7 was a huge leap in technology and graphics.
Three fucking goddamn discs.
And this remake is a two-parter, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's a
right?
3-parter.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wait, hold on. We're at the fucking end of the generation. So we're going into next gen with the other parts?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
you
Okay.
I mean, any Final Fantasy game you can stretch out for fucking. I mean, in Final Fantasy 6,
Yeah.
you can probably split that up into like 4, maybe even 5 games.
These were the days when you had multiple DVDs in terms of
Yeah.
like
Yes.
on the.
Yes.
What's so crazy about Final Fantasy 7 was that because it was a 3-disc game, and the last disc was basically the last fucking battle.
Nice.
Like, you literally had to take out
Yeah,
the game
Sephiroth,
and put
yeah.
another fucking disc, and it was a long fucking battle. It was
Love it.
long, and so many goddamn cutscenes and this and that. Oh man, Final Fantasy was great.
Stitch, get in here. You have dipped your toe into some Modern Warfare. What's this new mode bullshit?
Yes. Me and Old Ninja actually played it last night.
Squad up.
They Call of Duty released. What's it called? What's the name of the
There's
War
Battle Royale,
Battle Royale?
and Plunder.
Warzone? Is it?
Yeah,
Warzone?
Warzone's
It's
the-
Warzone, and under the Warzone name, it's 2 new game modes. It's a Battle Royale, and then it's Plunder. I've really enjoyed the Plunder version, and the Battle Royale one is really cool. They've put a nice cool twist on it. For the Battle Royale, you sort of jump down from the plane, sort of a la Fortnite-ish and everything, with your squad of however many people you're with. I think up to maybe like 3 or 4. And if you die, let's say you get shot, you get killed, or whatever, you go limp, and then you're crawling around, you don't get revived, you get killed. You go to this place called the
Gulag.
The Gulag.
Holy shit.
It's like this jail, and essentially you got to prison fight somebody
Holy fuck.
to get back into the fucking.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
That's fucking
Yeah.
great.
Hold on. Before you tell the rest of this whole like review of how you liked it, I was watching the IGN review and I was so fucking mad, and I felt mad I was mad, and then I felt bad because the person that was reviewing it was a female, and I was just like, all right, listen. First of all, male and female gamers, I don't give a as long as you're good, I don't really give a shit. All right, but the female that was doing like the review, actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't say she was a fucking female. I just fucking my own fucking story. But anyway, the person that was reviewing this fucking shit was complaining about the fact that Plunder and Warzone were too complicated, and that it was too long.
Wow.
They were too. I think it was Warzone was too big, and it was too complicated for the person that was reviewing it to like have fun. And I was just like,
What the fuck?
because the person that was reviewing it was used to like a Fortnite or a PUBG, and I'm just like, okay, well that's not that.
No.
So
Yeah.
they were like, well, 30 to 40 minutes is too long. And I'm just like, dude, like, what the fuck? And they were saying, like, that it was different from, like, these other games. I'm like, that should be a good sign that
exactly.
it's not the same. Like, why
Right.
would you want to play the same exact fucking game?
Yeah.
But
Because
for
you're gonna
Call
start
of Duty.
You're gonna start comparing it to that game. Like, oh, this is just
Yeah.
such and such ripoff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like there's different
I'm-
skins on it.
I don't
yeah.
understand, like, some of these reviewers that complain about shit like that. It's like,
Got the
if you want
millennials.
to complain about, like, technical stuff about the game, all right, being too long, and let's just, like, I guess annoyingly long, but
or
if you
if it drags. If it's long and there's nothing to do, that's a problem.
Yeah, but she was saying, like, the circle that they would have, she was used to, like, the circle getting smaller and smaller and not having time to, like, check shit out. But she even said, like, you had time to, like, look around stuff and, like, find other stuff, but you weren't forced to, like, fight people in the same pace as, like, these other games. I'm like, well, shouldn't that be, like, a differentiator for, like,
She
these
sounds like
other...
a filthy casual.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what she
I
sounds
agree.
like.
I don't want to say she's with the casual because I don't know what other game she plays. I don't know her name.
Sounds like it.
But like what she was saying was just like, these sound like things that would make you want to try this over other, battle royale games.
Yeah.
Especially with like Plunder and shit like that. I'm just like, why are you even like reviewing this? Like I very rarely give YouTube videos thumbs down. But like once she started talking about like her critique of it, I was like immediate thumbs down. I'm like,
Okay.
this person doesn't understand that when somebody tries something different. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Call of Duty it's a franchise.
Yeah.
You expect certain things. I usually don't stand over franchises, but it's like, listen, if they're trying something different,
Yeah.
why critique them because it wasn't exactly like PUBG or what was it, Fortnite?
Yeah, that's
Like,
why I
what
don't.
the fuck?
That's why I don't play Madden anymore because it's the
Yeah,
same game,
same
just
thing,
different
yeah.
fucking names attached to
players.
different things or whatever. They don't do anything really innovative.
Yeah.
What,
But
but
I like-
what'd
I
you
do-
like about this one?
But I do. But well, to touch on what I guess that reviewer was saying, I mean, on the battle royale, the map it is huge. You got 150 people on the map, so it is going to be more spacious. But as you're playing, unless you're camping, I don't have any problem running into action or people.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I'm nervous about going out in the open because I'm gonna get fucking shot up and everything. So I just think it's maybe her play style or whatever. But I didn't feel that way at all about it. But to go back to the goulash or whatever. Gulag, whatever. That's all he kept saying was the gulag. Every 5 minutes, I'm in the gulag. Da, 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 da. But you go in there, you're in a jail cell, and it's like a third world country prison. Remember me like Prison Break in like Belize or whatever fucking season it was,
Like
Panama.
Russia, because it's Gulag.
Yes. So you go there and they'll set you up in a 1v1 match
Oh, shit.
in like a small arena with like a revolver, and whoever wins that 1v1 match with another person who's been eliminated gets to go back into the game.
Oh, shit.
So it's pretty
wait,
fun.
So
That's
if you
fucking cool.
I love it.
The weapons are random if you
Yeah.
end up in the gulag. Because I was there a couple times, so you will start randomly. Also, if you're the first to die, you have to fight a bot to get out.
Oh,
If
okay.
you die with other people, there'll be other players in the gulag with you, and you have to wait your turn to fight your way out. So while you are waiting your turn, you're up in the rafters with other like quote unquote prisoners, which are other players. You can fight each other and beat each other
shit.
up, or sit there and watch other people try to kill each other so they can get out.
Yeah.
And you wait for your turn. Once you're in, you get your random weapon. If you kill the person then you automatically get to drop again. If you die, you have to wait for your team. Your team has to buy you back in.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of fucking cool because, like, a lot of times when you're playing, like, a game with your squad and you die and you have to, like, wait to be respawned or whatever, like, you're just bored, like, floating around, checking out other people's kill, and you can't really interact with them too much.
It's cool because then you have to go to like the little buy station and, and invest money to buy it back. So that mode, I really like the twists and the tweaks that they did on that battle royale. The plunder mode I really like because it's essentially
It's GTA means Modern Warfare.
There's you have to get like your squad has to collect $1 million, and you go and you kind of loot these like loot boxes that are randomly around the map and everything. And you'll get like a couple grand here, a couple grand. There'll be like missions, not like little side missions. It'd be like, oh, you need to find 3 crates or find these secret documents, and it'll give you like where it's located at, and you got to try to go there. And you'll have all this money on you, and then you have to go to like one of the buy stations, get a like a balloon thing that goes up to the cloud. You'll attach your money to it, and it'll like get like
from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Kinda.
It reminded me of like the Division, where you would go to in the dark zone, you would go attach your shit to it, and you would extract your cash and stuff. Now you're running around trying to get to the spot. Everyone can see where the cash extraction spots are. Yeah. So you know that zone's gonna be pretty hot, and you gotta sort of defend it off. But it's really fun. Now what the one girl might have been saying about the matches being long, it is like maybe like 30 minutes.
So plunder is exactly 30 minutes because you can die and you automatically respawn.
You respawn. It's a delay. It's maybe like a 20-second delay, so it's not like you're just like boom, 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 boom.
That's how it is for multiplayers.
Yeah. But it's really cool. I thoroughly enjoy it, and it's fun getting the money and then extracting and then doing whatever the hell you need to do.
So what's fucked up though in the game, which is new so far, is they have contracts. And the contracts will pick a random player for another team to get you. So this happened to Stitch in one of our matches. Like he was contracted to get killed. It's basically a bounty. It was like $3,000. So if you get killed and you're the bounty, then that team gets the money you had on you as well as the bounty that was awarded for killing them. If they don't find you or don't kill you, then you get to keep the bounty. You get awarded that money.
I think it says a general area of where you are at.
Yeah, not
the
directly.
because the map is so fucking huge. It can't just be like, how am I supposed to fucking find this person or know who this person is? And it also shows the teams with the 3 highest loot totals. It gives a general area of where they are at. So if you're like, all right, we need to catch up, let's go get these big fat hogs that are carrying all the money, you know where they're at
and this
in
is
a general area.
This is free content.
Oh, yeah.
It's free. You don't need to own the game.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you can have Modern Warfare and your loadouts and stuff that you've unlocked, and that can go over to this game mode.
Oh, shit.
But if you don't have the game at all, you can it's free to download, and you can play those 2 versions of the game, sort of like how you do it Fortnite.
So on PS4, you don't need PS Plus to play.
It's also multi-platform.
Yeah,
It's,
but on
Crossplay bullshit.
on Xbox you do need Xbox Live to play, but PS4 you don't need PS Plus to play.
This is gonna be
fucking
fun.
cool.
I need to jump on there with y'all.
That whole locating like where the players are made me think of Sword Art Online, the Gunner Guild, because like when you're playing, you can see where the other players are at one point in time, but you know, it's only for that one moment. It's kinda cool.
He brought it to weaving. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty. So it's pretty interesting.
And nobody talking about Monster Hunter with.
Oh damn!
You're talking about real anime.
Oh damn! So one last thing, in Plunder, you can bring your loadouts. In Battle Royale, you start with just a pistol, but it gives you the chance.
Wait, you said you can bring your load?
Yeah, and one of them. In Battle Royale, there'll be a drop where if you get to it, you can pick up your loadouts and then roll with your loadouts. But you have to get to it, and everybody knows where it's at.
Is it free for all? Is it multiplayer or like can you squad up?
Yeah, squad up. Yeah,
there
you
are
can party with a group of people,
3-person squads.
or they'll just put you with other teammates at random.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, let's wrap it on up. What you got populating this week besides changing diapers? Stitch.
Probably watching some more just random cartoons and stuff.
Like interspecies reviewers, goddammit.
Castlevania.
I gotta make sure I don't warp the young mind.
It's too young. It's all right. Put on whatever you want.
Yeah, that's what I've been having out. I was just like, I've been playing Post Malone, and she doesn't know what Posty's saying, but she just likes the way his voice sounds
She don't
and
know how
goes
he
sleep.
smells.
Yeah. I will say I watched that movie on Netflix. It's a Spencer something. It's like a random show. It's got Mark Wahlberg in it. It's just like a little stupid movie that Netflix put out, kind of like the Ryan Reynolds thing that they did. But they,
Six Underground.
yeah, they put out one. It's called Spencer something.
It's
Is
like
he,
him
is he in
and-
Boston playing a cop or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
How did I know?
Yes.
It has
But Post Malone.
Say hello to your
Mbaku
mother.
or whatever.
Yes,
his name is.
Mbaku.
Yeah,
Mbaku is in it.
Mbaku's in it.
Mbaku.
Yeah,
He's
he's in it.
great.
Fucking
Oh,
funny.
nice.
He's Mbaku and Mark
Plays like his
Wahlberg.
brother.
They're like
Oh,
buddy
I
buddies.
know what
This is
Yeah.
Spencer.
I kind of
this
want to
is-
see that now.
This is Spencer for Hire.
Yeah,
It's
something
Spencer
like
for
that.
Hire, just remade with the new name.
guess.
But yeah, Post Malone is in it, and
Yeah.
it's hilarious because like I can't get over how Post Malone looks, and then how his music sounds,
Yeah.
and everything, and then he's
Then he
like
talks.
how he talks and everything, and then I realized I don't know if Mark Wahlberg is super short or Post Malone is that tall.
Mark Wahlberg is very
I
short.
think- okay,
He's always been short.
Okay, but
I don't think he's that short.
Post Malone is
I'm
like
saying he's
towering over
5'4", 5'5" at the most.
He's not fucking. What's that guy's name?
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
I don't know.
I think he's right down there.
I have no idea, but it's funny because Post Malone plays this dude in a jail or whatever. And
He's
it's
5'8".
hilarious.
Post
Really?
Malone is 6 feet tall.
Okay, all
Post Malone
right.
6 foot.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
There's 2 inches taller. So.
Okay. But yeah, it was an entertaining movie, so I was watching
No,
that.
more than 2 inches. Jesus Christ. Sorry, my math is way off. He's more than 2 inches taller than him. He's like
4 inches.
3 to 4 inches taller.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But sort of just watching some random Netflix stuff, doing some gaming. I'll probably hop on Modern Warfare when I get home, and
Switch
then
that out.
Yeah, that's what I definitely need to do. And other than that, just sort of just chilling and enjoying the light traffic on places I need to go.
There you go. Blue, what you got populating?
Oh shit! So last week I said I was gonna play Final Fantasy VII, but I fucking didn't.
You
But I will
failed.
this time.
Failed this city.
Well, no, because I went out of town, went to go visit my dad down in LA, in which I had a good fucking time. I actually ran into 2 couples, and they call themselves a jams couple, because it's.
Like kinky shit you had going
Well, no,
on
no,
here,
because
man.
it's. What were
I
their
was gonna
names?
say.
Their names spell out jam.
So who did you fuck first? Did you
Yeah.
hide were you Eiffel Towering, or were you catching, or?
I guess I could have been. No. So there was a cool couple. They were from Phoenix, Arizona. It was okay. It was Jennifer, Amanda, or not Amanda. What's the name of the chick from Superman?
What kind of cuckold shit is going on here?
Man, yeah.
What's the name of the girl from Superman?
Lois Lane?
The one that played Lois Lane.
Oh, Margot. Which one?
The
redheaded
that,
one?
The one that plays. Yeah, well, the redheaded
Amy
one.
Adams. Amy Adams.
Was it Amy Adams?
Did
Yeah,
you,
it's
did you
Amy
meet
Adams.
Amy Adams? Is that what you
Maybe I
said?
did. No. So no, this couple was really cool. They were playing like this cool board game, and they had like this little jingle they would sing, which I was kind of like, am I gonna end up in a sunken place? But no, I was good. But we ended up going to get ice cream, which is fucking weird. Yeah, we went to this place called Paradise, and it just was some bomb ass fucking. It's probably the best ice cream
Sounds
I've
like
ever
a
fucking
strip
had,
club
dude.
to me, man.
It did, but it's Paradise without the E, so it's like Paradise, something like that. Anyways, the ice cream was like really fucking good, and this was a really cool couple. I was gonna give them a shout out, but I have to like look and see what their names are. But I'll probably do it next week. But overall, I had a good weekend. This weekend, I'm gonna try to help Kronos with Infinity Base, like paint the walls, stuff like that, and do some other things. But yeah, that's about it.
Good shit, Kronos. What you got?
Yeah, this weekend I'm gonna finish painting I'm gonna finish painting most of the Infinity Base. So I want to get like at least all the primer down. Last weekend I did primer for all except for the back wall and the ceiling, which would be great for.
I got a stick.
Well, no, I mean,
Painting stick.
you'll be fine just reaching up.
Oh yeah, I
mean,
can touch it.
The
easily.
ceiling is low in the Infinity Base, so it'll be fine. And then after that, I have paint, like the actual like real paint for 2 of like the very small walls, and then I have to like get some samples of like different black paints. It's either gonna be like a chalk like matte paint or a like high gloss black paint. So I'm gonna get some samples of both and see how it looks as contrast to like the high gloss blue and black that I already have for 2 of these really small walls. So after that, we'll be able to paint, and then after that it's the floor,
in.
and then move in.
Yes.
So yeah, which I'm looking forward to.
Hell fucking yeah, we all are. Old Ninja, what you got populating?
So just gonna be watching some more of these shows. Gotta finish Hunters and whatnot. So Westworld starts on Sunday
shit.
night. So season 3, I'm gonna be watching that when that drops for sure. Doing some weep hunting on Monster Hunter because there's an event going on before another event drops.
Saffy Jaffe?
Yeah, he's. I guess he's going until your boy comes back, Rajang.
Oh, not Rajang.
Yeah,
man. My
Fury-
booty's still hurting.
Yeah, Furious Rajang drops in a couple weeks, so I think Sappy's gonna be on until then.
What
and
the
then
fuck are you talking about?
we're playing about a
Weeb
weeb
Hunter.
hunting.
Rajang.
You're
Yeah.
talking that nonsense. The fuck? You hear that sound right now? That's vagina's drying up.
Dude, hating ass. I might see the Invisible Man. We'll see how I feel about it. And
Actually,
then,
you won't see the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
That's a good ass nerd joke.
damn.
Cena.
Yeah.
Or is it but oh god, what's the name?
I've been. No one's been talking about
Marisa.
Clone Wars, but I've been keeping up with Clone Wars because it's been dropping every week.
Is it
It's
good?
kind of irritating. Yeah, it's good so far, but it feels just like this is supposed to be the final season. It's not as epic as I thought, but I'm assuming they're going to ramp up. They haven't shown Ahsoka yet, so I know a lot of people are waiting for her to pop up. And then I think that's kind of about it.
Good shit. I am fucking with a whole lot of Castlevania. I gotta finish that off. And like a fucking idiot, I started some.
Wait, finish it off?
Yeah, I need to finish it off. Yeah, I mean, gotta cup the balls, goddammit. And then, like an idiot, I started fucking One Piece, and I fucking love it, man. I want to be a pirate king.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah,
oh, man.
dude.
That's a long.
It's a
fucking-
commitment. I'm married to this fucking show for the next 8 years.
45,000 goddamn.
Yeah, that's
man.
like there's thousands of episodes, bro.
God damn, I'm an
Thousands.
idiot. You
Your
know.
kids be 40 by the time you're done with that shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Truth. But I can't wait for Final Fantasy and Last of Us. Coming
Oh,
soon.
what about that Resident Evil, bro? Next
God
month.
damn it. There's too
Resident
many
Evil
games
3.
coming out.
You need to do the wrap up.
And Doom.
Wait, did Stitch
Oh.
do his?
Yes, we already did.
Yeah.
Get us out of here. Oh, Ninja.
All right. You just listened to Black and Black Times Infinity. Check us out on the internet with BTI, at BTI. We're on Instagram. We're on Player FM, Stitcher, Radio Republic, Spotify now.
We should post on Pornhub.
God dang it. We're also on Twitch. Check out our gameplay on there. Check out our official website, benheadproductions.com/BTI. Also, check us out on Amazon. We have an app on there.
Ask the sucky girls about me. They heard about them reviews.
No, they haven't. You seedless. They don't give a fuck about you.
Drink some ginger ale.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Sprite make ginger ale now.
Yeah. I'll take me a Corona. Hold
Canada
the
Dry
virus.
ginger ale cures everything.
Cold.
Become a pirate king.